Today's my extra day off.
What? Today's a Sunday. Sundays aren't an extra day off, surely, are they?
Stu.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Because you can grade tomorrow. You don't have to do anything today. I see.
Correct.
I see what you're saying. So that's interesting as well, because it's a bank holiday Monday for us tomorrow also.
Oh yeah, we're all sorts of all kinds of not doing work today. What?
So
Is it live?
Yeah, we're live.
Is it live? Is it live? Cause Daryl Mack would do things like that.
Are we recording?
Yes, we're recording.
Yes.
I am recording. Should we just start?
Let's start.
I don't know. Let's do it. Yeah.
Veteran gamers, Stu, Jimmy, and the fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu's story time and Jimmy's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Like anybody fucking gives a shit.
It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
No one gives a shit.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Can we cut the condescending crap and play the game?
Hello and welcome to episode 386 of the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Yay, 386 coming at you with Run DMC in the mix. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
I'm Chinny.
Yay!
Hey, we're here, people. We are not military veterans. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Right, and we stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and wait a minute, I can't use my usual joke line anymore
Beam.
because Beam is not called Beam. It is now called. No, it's not called Beam.
What's it called?
You ready?
I'm ready.
So we're streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, and Mana Mixer.
I like it. It's called.
What's the new name? Meta Mixer?
Mixer.
No, Chidi. That was a bit of a,
I improvised on the
improvised
Mana Mixer.
I like that.
It's just called Mixer.
Mixer.
Yes.
That's confusing. You can't just do a search for Mixer and have that come up. There's going to be 100 things coming up.
Well, the main reason they've changed the name to Mixer is because Beam is used in other territories. So they had to change the name so that they could use it in more places.
Mixer isn't used in other territories.
I don't know. It could be food mixer.
That's crazy.
Milkshake mixer. I don't know.
Outlaw country! Woo!
Apparently, its big selling point is it's faster than light, low latency.
The other thing as well is that you can sort of combine broadcasts, I believe. So, say us three was playing Battlegrounds, we could all broadcast to the same stream, and somebody could change the angles.
This is a house of mirrors at this point. You can do a Twitch stream of my stream through the Veteran Gamers stream through Beam, bounce it back toward YouTube, and then put that through to my stream that feeds into the Veteran Gamers stream.
Yeah, and then put it on MySpace.
MySpace is gonna make a comeback.
It's coming back.
It's like people who are like, "Ooh, audio cassette tapes, dude." I told you I actually heard a news story about that like 5 years ago. It was like, there are some people who are like, and all you need is 3 people to be like, yeah, audio cassette tapes. It's like an experience. It's different from CDs. It's like, shut up, you hipster dork.
Now, I have got a problem with this claim of...
Of course you do. You have a problem with everything.
Well, there isn't anything faster than the speed of light, so how can they be faster than light?
I think that the ship in Futurama moves faster than the speed of light, right?
That's not real.
Oh, burn! You got served.
It's not real.
It is real.
It isn't real.
It is. Futurama's a documentary cartoon.
That's true.
Well, yeah, you can't go faster than 186,000 miles per second.
Not with that attitude.
Well, no one can go faster, actually, no, because people can't go that fast.
You gotta do what? I gotta believe. Da 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 da. Attention, listeners. I'm feeling good because tomorrow's Memorial Day. I'm not happy about that because obviously it's a moment of sadness to remember those who are gone. But it is a chance for me to grade papers tomorrow, which means I ain't got to do nothing today. So I'm here folding my laundry, That's my laundry hamper. I got my cross stitch ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be giving this show my full attention. What?
Sure you are. You'll be playing Rocket League. Who knows what you'll be up to?
No, I don't play Rocket League these days because I know I can't really multitask well. Sometimes I do play Minecraft, but I'm not gonna be doing that today. I'm trying to.
That doesn't stop you.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to do better.
Okay. Talking of doing better, Kay and I, it's not really this a really crap segue, but Kay and I have done something for the very first time this week.
Well, you have a daughter, so we know that's not the first time.
Oi.
Held hands.
I've done what? Sorry.
Held hands.
No.
Said
Don't
I love
do any
you.
of that malarkey. No, God, no.
You let her kick you in the shins.
No.
You tried sushi.
Yeah, you're never gonna get this.
You built a car from scratch with toothpicks.
No, but that would be cool.
Yeah, it would.
It would.
Guess something now.
Did you arrange fish?
No.
Did you
I didn't realize
race?
fish painting was a thing.
Did you race ostriches?
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
That would be cool as well. Especially if you could sit on them.
Did you vivisect a pig?
No, that's a funny thing for a vegetarian to say. I have to say. Good God.
Did you wear octopuses as masks? Octopi?
No, but again, that would be cool. I think that would look cool. You might suffocate and die, and you could recreate a scene from Alien.
Yeah.
But
you know what's cool is when you suffocate and die. That's
yeah. That would
all
be
the
cool.
kids are doing it, and it cures all diseases. All right, whatever. We give up. What did you do?
Yeah, well, we've listed stuff to sell on eBay. Never done it. I've never sold anything on
2003 called. They want their excitement.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
That's really boring, Stu.
I know.
We're gonna apply for library cards.
But you know what? Though, for an eBay virgin, right?
Yeah.
You might list a couple of things to see how it goes, see how you get on.
Did you go wild?
He went full tilt, 700 items.
No, 29. 29 items. All finishing on the same day.
Crazy.
So I said to
you are mental, Stu.
We've got to post 29 things potentially. And she's like, oh, yeah. I'll put 3 days for posting out. And I'm like, that's probably a good idea. You
two are crazy. You know what people always say? Stu and Kay are mental.
Mental.
Hey man, once the kids grow up and they get a little older, they can take care of themselves. It's time to let loose. Do all that stuff you're putting off.
Stick 29 things on eBay.
Yeah.
But
so
we
what's
were
the
tempted.
Expensive thing you put up?
My Wii U is on there.
Oh yeah, what's the starting bid for that?
I put £10 as a starting point.
Damn, dude, you're gonna sell that for £30.
It's already up to £31. It's only been on a day. And it's got 7 bids, and it's got 3 people bidding on it. So they're averaging around £80 to £90. So I'm okay. I think I've been watching them. And I've also put.
Does that person include postage, or do you have to pay postage?
No. That's plus £12 postage on top of whatever it sells.
12 quid.
12 quid to send one of them.
What a robbing bastard you are.
No, because you've got to send it
12
tracked.
quid, my arse.
You've got to send it tracked, and if you don't do that, it's not insured.
Fuck off.
So if they say it didn't turn up, or whatever, you couldn't claim for it off the Royal Mail.
You are on a scam.
That's how much it is to send the freaking Wii U. The massive
What
thing.
if someone in Australia wants to buy it?
No, don't do international postage.
Scam.
What if someone from Canada wants to buy it?
Scam.
No. Anyway, so that's on there. I've also put Resident Evil 7 on there because I finished that this week. So
Scam.
How much you charge for that? 700 quid.
7,000 actually.
Yeah.
No, I started that at 99p.
What's that up to now?
99p.
Wow.
One person's bid. But I'm not concerned because there's 9 people watching it, so that's fine. So I'm no concern, sir.
Dirty perverts.
We'll get up there.
Bid on it, baby.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and I've already had one person email me and go, "Are you doing a buy it now?" I'm like, "No." All right, okay then.
I tell you what, Stu.
Quit and you can buy it now.
I'll tell you what, Stu. When I think you can't reach more heights, listing your eBay activity on the show as a highlight of your week has to be
Duke asked me
To
what
be
was
fair,
the
he
most-
didn't say it was a highlight. He just presented it as if it were something
No, when you
exciting.
say what you've been up to this week, you start with the headlines. This is Stu
Exactly.
headline.
Yeah, this was Stu's highlight of the week.
eBay.
And I can't wait for the inevitable how much they sold for
Well, I can
episode.
report
yeah,
back
that's
next week
something, dude.
because the ending time is 9 o'clock next Sunday. So you know,
Oh, you're gonna watch it live.
I can tell you live how much I've
Oh
made
my
in
God.
total. It's gonna be so exciting, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Brace,
So,
strap, people, brace yourselves. It's gonna be wild.
the 3DS nearly went on there as well. I nearly did, but I'm like, I can't be bothered posting out 30 things on.
If you
know,
thought it was
3DS.
exciting to hear Stu talk about what he posted on eBay, wait till you get to hear the deleted scenes about what he didn't post on eBay.
Exactly.
Me toaster, me washing machine.
Now a joke. Here's a good
Washing
joke I found on Reddit recently. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
Go.
Jimmy, what did you do during recess? Asked the teacher. I played in the sandbox with Sally. That's great. If you can spell sand on the board, you get a cookie. Jimmy does and gets his reward. Sally, what did you do during recess? I played in the sandbox with Jimmy. Wow. If you can spell box on the board, you get a cookie. Sally does, and she gets a cookie. Jamal, what did you do during recess? Well, I tried to play with Sally and Jimmy, but they just threw rocks at me. Oh my, that sounds like blatant racial discrimination. If you can spell blatant racial discrimination on the board, you get a cookie.
That's terrible.
It's good. 'Cause it's a joke about how horrible white people are.
Yeah, it is.
Goddamn white people.
God damn it.
All right, now it's time for us to talk about video games.
What you been playing?
Video games. Just to be clear, has anybody played any non-video games this week? No, didn't think so. All right, moving on to video games.
Video games. Yeah, I think Chinny's played quite a bit this week. So because he's not played much lately, has he? So we'll get, apart from
it's
Skyrim.
busy.
Usually,
Skyrim.
usually my answers are Skyrim and Wildlands.
Exactly. So
So
Not this week.
let's
Wildlands and Skyrim.
could be different. It could be different.
now, what Stu's getting at is I've actually played a game that he's interested in me talking about.
No. Have you
course.
played a few games?
Yeah,
I'm interested
you
in
want to
dealing
hurry
with?
up and get to the thing that interests you. eBay, joke. Let's get Chinny
For
talking.
God's sake, not everything has a subtext.
Yeah, it does. There's
No,
always
it
a
doesn't.
subtext we're
No,
talking
it
about.
doesn't.
There isn't always a subtext that reveals something important about you, but there's always a subtext.
Oh, I guess. Anyway, Chinny, what have you been playing?
Anyway, guess the game
Any-
that Chinny's played and finished this week.
That's not as exciting as the other version of that song.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's play Guess the Game that Chinny's played and finished this week.
Yeah, that's definitely better.
So I've played probably one of the most innovative shooters I've ever played in my life. That's Super Hot.
Super.
Super Hot.
So good, that game.
That game
I
is
thought you were making a joke because I know another game you talked about.
very good. For people that don't know, I always try to explain the game because even though it's very well known, just in case somebody out there is like, I don't fucking know what it is. I don't fucking play all the fucking games that you play. So for that person,
That person only plays FIFA.
so Super Hot is it's a first-person shooter, but like Ludacris once said, when I move, you move. So when you move your character, time moves. So if you stand still, there is a very, very tiny bit of movement, but not very big. If you rotate the right stick, there's a bit more movement, and if you walk, there's a lot of movement. So this results in you basically approaching every level as if it was a puzzle. And
Would you say that it's kind of like when you start a level, it's like a freeze frame? I didn't realize there were all those camera noises at the start. I thought it would just give you that opening sting.
No. So yes, the yeah. So the game's it kind of looks like Mirror's Edge, a lot of white and red, and the game gets cooler and cooler and harder. So you can throw guns at people, and for some reason that like instantly makes them drop their gun. You can catch guns out of the air. You can shoot guns shoot bullets out of the air. You can chop bullets in half with a samurai sword. Yeah, so the game is pretty cool. I saw this about 2 EGXs ago Me and Marsh played it at the Xbox stand, and I thought it was really good. And then and now it's out, and there is a VR version of this, and it's probably in the very small.
Did you play VR?
It's in the small category of games I would like to play on VR because it makes sense, I suppose. But this game has a lot more to it than I sort of thought it would. Stu, you've played this, is that right?
I've played quite a lot of it. Yeah, I don't think I've quite finished it though, but I played through a lot of levels.
This game gets trippy as fuck. This game gets weird, really, really quickly, and in a way that you don't really think about how it's going to do it. I would say the last bit is very hard and frustrating, but you do get better at it, and it is a game where you can get better. You kind of think, well, it can't be that hard because they move when you move, but it is really tricky.
The cool thing is that they always come from the same direction in the same places, don't they? So you never...
Yes.
You can always... It's like that you learn every time you do it what you might need to do the next time.
That's right. So you every level is a puzzle, and you can sort of repeat and get better. And it's one of those things where you're learning a level and you get in there and you do like 8 things correctly, and then on the 9th one you don't do it right, and you keep doing it and you keep doing it. And then eventually the second thing that you've been doing correctly 100 times, you can't do that anymore, but you can do everything else. So it's this weird balance of memory and aiming correctly and maybe trying a new thing here and there. I do really, really like the game, and it's just strange. It's a very strange sort of game that it's got a cool message in there. Well, I wouldn't say message. It's got a bit of a story. It's a very loose story.
Well, it's got like a bit of a meta story, hasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but
no, because it's spoiling. It's spoiling.
You want to play it at some point? I don't want any spoilers, not even Stu spoilers.
No, I think Duke, you're going to enjoy it because I think you like games that make you feel like a badass, and this it's super hot.
I do like those games, but a lot of times the game is ostensibly supposed to make you feel like a badass, but I often don't because I'm like, I'm not good at it. I suck. Like Braid. I often think about this in terms of Braid because there are levels in Braid where the animals stop unless you're moving.
I think Braid is very up its own arse though, but I think Super Hot. Its solutions are very simple. It's shoot the fucking guys. You know what I mean? That's the solution.
Or hit them with pool cues or bottles or whatever else there is in the level.
Somebody's asked in the chat if this is really live. Yes, this is really live. So
it's really live.
Yeah.
So when I write one bite, and I might check, and if I find you behind, I'll break your neck.
So in a game like Braid, for example, the solution is not as obvious as in Super Hot. The solution is to kill everyone. But how you do it is up to you. So, sometimes you'll spot, like, oh, there's a bottle here that I didn't spot. This really helps me. Or one instance for me, there was 2 guys that already die in the level, and I didn't spot for a long time that one of them was actually holding a gun. And when you spot that, you go, oh, actually, now I've got a gun straight away. I don't have to pick up a bottle or anything like that. It's pretty cool how it approaches everything, how it... it teaches you very slowly how to play the game. The other thing is really cool is when you finish a level, it shows you in real time what it looked like, which is like a nice payoff, like similar to, I suppose, Super Meat Boy, but it doesn't show you multiple playthroughs. It shows you your successful, attempt. The only thing
it shows you how cool it looks in.
Yeah, the only thing with that is that it kind of doesn't in slow mo. Everything makes sense, but when you play it in real time, it doesn't quite look right. It
doesn't, but it still can look very cool.
It can do, yeah. It can look really cool. But
let's be honest, right? I know Duke loves the victory tune for Final Fantasy, but the end of every level is the coolest thing.
I got a bit annoyed by the Super Hot thing.
Did you? I liked it.
Hear it. I got it here. Let me play it.
See. That's not it.
No, it's definitely not it.
What?
That's not it.
Well, I did a search for cool level clear.
What, you expected Super Hot to come up, did you? That's funny. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, it's very good, and it's not very long.
Sorry.
It's not very long. It's about I don't know, probably about 3 hours, something like that. It's not a massive
I don't think
game.
I was far from the end. I can't remember the last level. I was up to the levels where the one I really remember, which took me a lot of times to do, was the one that was almost like a gangland London bar with like a pool table and like a shotgun.
Yeah, I think I know where you are. Yeah, you got a bit to go, but
yeah, but I don't think that was the last level I was on. That's the last one I remember.
no, you'll know the last level. But yeah, it's a fine game. Super hot. It's very good, and it's something that I've been meaning to play for a while.
Was this on your Dirty 30 or not?
This was on my Dirty 30. Yeah.
There you go. And it was off my sharing list. It worked perfectly, didn't it?
Could you not play a game when I was playing it then?
I didn't try it, but apparently you can't. As soon as I start to play, it tells you. It comes up saying, the owner of the account's about to start playing, so you're going to get sort of, do you want to buy the game?
Because on Xbox One,
how I believe it works.
On Xbox One, you can still log in. You just can't play the game that the other person's playing.
No, you can't. I don't think you can on Steam.
On
as
Steam,
far as
you can't even access your own library when I'm playing your game.
I can. No, I can do, but I would override you.
Right.
So if I started playing, it would be you. It cut off, but it would give you a message saying, you need to stop playing. Yeah, you need to stop playing, or purchase the game to carry on playing it.
Right.
So that's how it kind of works.
Game, you idiot! I hate you.
Okay, cool. So that's super hot. Anyway, really good. Really enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad it's good.
It's very good. I've also played a game called Her Story.
Oh yeah.
So Her Story, both Duke and Stu on the show have played.
Damn Skippy, we have.
And yeah, and I know that you both enjoyed it. And
yeah, I mean, there's a couple of weird moments, but overall, it's very good.
You know what, Stu? Just let it be. Go ahead, Chinny.
There are a couple of odd moments.
Let him finish.
So, not Hair Story, Step J. Her Story.
Her Story.
Her Story.
Her Story.
Even though hair is involved. Anyway, so I really didn't expect much from Her Story. It seems like the type of game that I just think it's a bit pretentious and, it's like, oh, check out the... I really, really enjoyed Her Story. I thought it was fantastic. I played it with...
Oh my god, this is one of those rare games where
I know.
Yeah, not very often that we all agree on one game, but I do like detective stuff. I love detective stuff. And I like CSI, even though they're terrible games. And I played this with Tara, so me and Tara played it together. And I told her what kind of game it is, and she was like, okay. And then we just started making notes. And basically, you just jot down any sort of word that you think would explain, like get you a few more clips that you haven't seen.
For those who don't know, the idea is you're watching videos, you have to put in search words to find other videos.
And that, I mean, that description right there, Duke, is enough to put me off. Do you know what I mean? It's like that type of game where it's like, oh my god, just like it just feels like work, and
because it doesn't seem like that would lead to fun gameplay, but it's actually an interesting mechanic because they've designed the videos in such a way that you have to search for just the right word in some cases in order to see the video.
What I think is genius about Her Story is that exactly that, Duke, is that, I mean, it starts off with the word murder, so that's the first thing that you get.
Four results.
And you think when you've got a game about someone who's been murdered, you'd think the word murder would pop up a lot, but it's the obvious ones, if you search for them, aren't that they don't bring up the results,
Sure.
So basically what they've got to get at
is... It's based on what the person says.
That's right. So you've got to... She talks, and then she'll mention... and Eric, that's his boss, and you go Eric, and then you start searching Eric, and then it brings up every video that she mentioned Eric in, and he says he works at this place, and then you search that place, and you go then there's a woman called...
Surprise me with a new dildo, and you search for dildo.
You search for dildo. Obviously I searched for a double-ended dildo, that didn't come up. But there's a few red herrings in there as well. Like there's sort of people in there that she mentions that you think this is going to lead to that. But it doesn't, and I really like that, and I think it's. I mean, the sort of the words that we ended up using to find the answers really, were words that you have to know the story to really like to find those clips. So
it's cool because like the more you learn about the story, that's the thing. It doesn't just tell you the story; it gives you hints to get the rest of the story as it tells you the story, that's I think the genius thing about it.
It's very clever. Yeah. And what I was going to say about it is that you're watching clips out of order, so you're not necessarily watching everything in the same order. So I mean, they make it very obvious because she's wearing different clothes, but without going into too much detail. You've got to watch them carefully.
Yeah, I think what was great for me about it was very rare that I found myself not finding something to search, or going, like, find myself at a dead end where I didn't know what to type, or
exactly.
It sort of organically led you forward. And I thought what was great also, and I think we did a little spoiler cast about this game, didn't we, Duke? I'm almost sure we did.
I don't know.
I'm almost sure we did. But what also is very cool is it's very much up for interpretation. At the end, you can make your own mind up about what the hell went on.
That's what was frustrating to me. Is like I sort of figured out the headlines of the story. I kind of roughly got what was going on. So I said to Ty, let's find a YouTube channel that maybe just explains it. Like if we feel like we've hit a point where like we know enough, and we was on it for about 3 hours, I think.
There is a definite end, though. There is a definite end state.
Yes, there is. Yes, and we reached that. We did that, and and so I got on to YouTube, and that's exactly what they said. Without giving too much away, is that there are some things that are absolutely like not concrete on terms of like what happened and whatnot. So this is somebody's asked in the chat. Simi Boy has asked in the chat what platform this is on. I believe this is on everything now. It is.
It's even on Android, iOS.
The YouTube video on the screen at the moment, he's the guy's playing it on his iPhone. But I played it on Steam. But you can get it anywhere. So there's no excuse really, and it's very it's just watching random clips of a woman talking.
That makes it sound very pedestrian, but there's a lot more. There isn't a lot more to it than that, but there is from an intellectual point of view, I guess.
Yeah, it's just. It doesn't look like a game at the surface, and it doesn't really look like it's going to be a lot of fun. But you get into it very quickly, and it becomes quite addictive, I think. And it's quite addictive to try and search words, because it's really easy to search words, and also as soon as you get that sort of icon that shows you that you haven't watched that video, it's very rewarding. So there's a rewarding aspect to finding to unwatched videos, which is interesting.
One thing that's interesting too is that it's probable that Chinny and Stu and I all encounter the story in different order.
Yeah.
Because it depends on what you search on and what order you're going to see the clips in, and so it's just I think that's kind of neat.
So your eureka moments will come at completely different times to each other.
Yeah.
I really like the effort they've gone into the sort of production of it as well. It's very well produced, even though it's meant to look like it's from 1994. And it does a great job
to make it look right.
Yeah, it was probably filmed on a very old camera and then sort of recaptured, because it's very hard to emulate that sort of filter. You can do it, but it looks to me as if they actually filmed it on a camera from that time, which is a bit of effort again. The door on my office has very slowly opened itself.
Hi, Tara.
No, she's downstairs.
I was going to say one of the last things I would say about her story is that it's probably one of the best FMV games that's ever been produced.
Oh yeah,
and the use of that
for that, but whatever.
Well, it doesn't, but the use of it in an actual way that works. You know what I mean? Because a lot of FMV games, you just feel like you just kind of clicking on the next video with very little control really of what's going on. Sure. And I guess there is that with this, but you are in control, because you're in control of the order that you see this stuff in, and it's literally a story, isn't it? And you're just
I think they did a good job of like, okay, the setup of the game is you have a database of videos to watch, whereas a lot of games, if they use FMV, it's going to be like, you're interacting with this other world. It's like the VCR games that they made a while back, and it would be like, a robot talking to you from the screen, like, "Oh, what is your name? That is a good name." And it's just like, no, so stupid. You got to work with what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say The Bunker, which is obviously the most recent one I've played.
Yes.
It was not. It was more like watching an interactive film that you only really clicked on something just to progress the story forward. You might as well just watch it as a film.
Right.
You know what I mean? There was very little in the way of any choice or any decisions you made really didn't affect the story. I think there was some that affected it very slightly, but it wasn't.
There's another FMV game that came out recently. God, I'll get the name of it 1 second. But it kind of plays out like a Telltale game.
It's called the Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker.
No, that's not the one.
Is that not the one? Well, that's a very recent
Slam
FMV
City
game.
with Scottie Pippen.
No.
There is
Late Shift.
Oh yes, I've heard of that as well.
Yeah, of course you have. Of course you have.
I do follow these weird and
What
shit
did you
games.
think
so,
of
yes.
it then?
No, I was thinking of a more recent one, which was the one that Jason Holler has been talking about on Twitter.
But yeah, I was looking at that Late Shift, and the production value is really good. But you know, I mean, it's filmed well and it's acted decently. But I think where her story prospers is that this just feels like a lot more real. Like, you know, it feels it's just very simple, and it's all very focused on the story of what happened. And I just really liked it. And Tara also really enjoyed it, didn't you, Tara?
I did.
Yep, she did.
Very much so.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's very, very good. I loved it. I really, really loved it. I have tried on numerous occasions to get Kay to play it, but she just won't have it. And I'm like, you'll really enjoy it because she likes being a detective and all that stuff. I'm like, no, because it's like game. That's like instantly no.
No, yeah.
Instantly no, but I don't know. I think she'd enjoy it if she gave it a go.
Cool. That is not the only game that I've played this week.
And I've played so much stuff, Chinny. What is happening?
Oh, that's crazy, isn't it?
On a roll.
Okay, so the other game that I've played this week is Lara Croft and...
No, wrong. I put the wrong one down.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, it's a good job you knew.
Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light.
Guardian of Light.
The video's right, but wrong title.
Well, I'm going to use our video because that makes more...
Oh, that's better.
More sense.
Yes.
Div.
Our video.
Our video, because we're
about to get back to the show.
We streamed it, and now it's on YouTube.
It is.
I think I've figured out how I'm going to use YouTube, by the way. I think I've figured it out.
I know. You're going to put videos on it.
That's very clever. That's funny. I think I'm going to, every time I stream something live, I'm just going to put that up. Do you know what I mean?
What? Unedited?
Unfettered. Yeah, I'm just going to put it up.
Better to have a steady stream of games that are unedited than to have one that's edited every 10 years.
Exactly. So I'm going to put that up, and then if I think it's worthy of it, I'm going to make a highlights video. So, like, say we play Lara Croft 6 times, Stu, just for example, just for argument's sake. Yep. And then I put that down into 15 minutes, like when it's finished. When we're finished, I'll just put it down to 15. So all the old ones are there, but then I've made like a highlights.
Raw stuff, you can watch the whole thing if you want.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that time, just come back. A couple months, it'll be the super cut.
That's the one.
Super cut.
So I'm going to finish off sort of. Like, I can't do anything about Skyrim. Like, you know, that's just the way it is. And Banjo-Kazooie, I've been putting up. So it's a bit of a different format to those two. But once those two are done, that's what I'm going to do. When I stream a game live, I'll publish it so it's unedited, so you get to see the whole thing. And then if I think it's worthy, then I'll just fucking, you know, bloody do a highlights thing. So yes, The Guardian of Light is not a new game by any means.
7 years old now.
7 years old now, which is very, very scary. But what I will say is, Stu and I have tried to play this before on the Xbox 360, and we got further in this playthrough than we did in 2 previous playthroughs of this game.
did. This is the furthest we've ever got.
Yeah. So and we're gonna make an effort and finish it through. I think we got like maybe 2 more sessions on this, and I reckon we could get through it, Stu.
Yeah, because it's about 14 levels, and we're on level 5. I think we've just completed.
So if we have another good 2 sessions, we could do it. So yeah, I was impressed with it. In fact, I sort of forgot how good it was and why we didn't bother finishing it, Stu, to be honest.
I know, it's a lot of fun, and I mean, we had a laugh at some of the animations expenses because there was a very camp run. Depending on which way the steps were facing, when you ran down them, it looked like a very camp man.
As you can imagine, this wasn't really a big deal, but Stu made it a massive deal.
I did. I just couldn't get over it.
This very important game is look at the way he's running.
It was. It was just funny though. You know when you just see something that's funny, it was just funny.
Yeah.
Stop whining about minor aesthetic details.
But
we have a lot of fun.
As we said when we was playing it, Stu, this game is co-op as fuck.
It is.
It's very co-op. It's mega co-op. And
you can screw people over.
For people that don't know, it's a top-down sort of isometric Lara Croft game, and it's one person plays as Lara Croft, me obviously, and
obviously
Stu plays as Totek, which is some sort of dude with a spear.
Guardian of Light.
And
if he actually is or not.
Then he throws a spear at a wall, and Lara Croft can jump on it, but he can't jump on him. So there's like this element of helping each other in the game, which is good, and yeah, it's really enjoyable, and I akin it to Portal 2 co-op as well, where you sort of know what to do, and then you don't, and then you do, and then you don't. Which I think, Duke, me and you played Portal 2 together a very long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that again.
The actual 2 or some other game?
No, actual Portal 2.
Yeah,
I think it's long enough because you'll have forgotten the solutions to a lot.
Yeah, we can't. I can't remember a fucking thing about Portal 2 now.
Yeah.
Co-op anyway, but yeah, there is another Lara Croft game called the Osiris of something Maju.
Temple of Osiris.
Temple of Osiris.
No, Osiris of something Maju.
And that's 4-player co-op, isn't it?
It is.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
That would be fun to play with 4 people if we can arrange it. So obviously get us 3 and a 4th. So we'll see what we can do about that. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. What about you, Stu? How did you like it?
I loved it. I thought we had a really good fun, and it was cool. I mean, this is the moment when I figured out a puzzle that we'd not figured out up till this point, and I was like, I know what to do.
Yeah.
And it is that moment of like, yes, that's how you do it.
Just to let you know as well, there's a puzzle that I solved instantly, and Stu
There was.
How the hell did you figure that out?
Yeah. There's a few of those moments as well. But it's good. It is good. And there's lots of collectibles, lots of these little mini tombs to solve.
It's interesting as well because we don't play games together very often, right?
We don't.
So playing a game with you is interesting in itself because I noticed that you won't give up very easily on certain things, like a puzzle room or a skull. Skulls are like a collectible in the game. We couldn't get one, and I was like, right, whatever, I'm bored. And she was like, well, there's got to be a way to get it. I'm like, I can't be bothered to figure that out.
Yeah, no, I have to get it.
And Stu it was very difficult for him to sort of give up on something like that. Whereas sometimes we sort of did have to do it. And
at some points you have to come back later when you have a different ability?
Not really, no. No, there isn't, to be honest.
Okay, because I played a game around the time this came out. I played this a little tiny bit, not very much. But I remember there was a different game where, you know, things like that where you could get, you know, access to secret hidden stuff. In some cases, you had to have an ability you didn't have at the start of the game or whatever.
Yeah,
so because you couldn't get it.
Yeah, that's the Metroidvania sort of formula, isn't it? The way that those games work. But no, very rarely. I can't remember an instance of that happening. It's more to do with you just haven't really worked. You haven't really figured out the game yet. You know, like you just haven't really got the brains to sort of figure it out.
Speak for yourself.
I think a good thing to do, Stu, maybe is if we're enjoying the game so much, when we finish it, we should go back and collect some extra skulls just to see if we can solve those puzzles.
Well, there was one early on that we figured out afterwards, after we'd gone past the area where when we realised I could jump with you on the shield, and we could have easily got that skull, and was like, damn it, that's how we got it.
That's the one.
But we'd already gone past it.
That for the rest of his life.
I know.
Tell you about the shit. I could have got a skull.
Yeah.
You could have got a skull.
When I'm 80 years old, you're like, so you just never let me get that skull.
Never got that bloody skull.
But no, I'm very impressed with Lara Croft, and it was all good.
It is good. It's very good. This was the moment we figured out the jumping shield thing, if I remember rightly.
I think so, yeah. So if it'd probably be a Wednesday or Thursday night. We might sort of finish it off again. So if you're around,
we'll get on it again.
If you do want to watch it, then
come and join us.
Go on our YouTube channel and watch them
for our witty repartee.
It's very funny. Right, I'm gonna have to. So I'm gonna transition, but I'm gonna have to leave the microphone for a couple of minutes. But I'll be back. Okay.
So am I moving on to my games? Are you just going?
Yeah.
What's happening?
No, I'm done. I'm done with my games.
You're done.
Yeah.
He's
so
done.
I've just got to step out. 1 second.
Okay, that's fine. I will carry on.
Stepping out.
So yeah, as for me, I've been playing stuff. I've been playing new stuff as well.
Yeah, but have you been playing video games though?
I have been playing video games. I'm still on the Persona 5 bandwagon.
Yeah.
I'm coming up to my third palace or dungeon or castle or what the hell is. It was a museum last time. Who knows what this one's gonna be? We haven't quite chosen the target. But I am doing some pervy Japanese stuff.
Well, you have to. It's a pervy Japanese game.
There is. It's getting kind of complex because how can I put this? One of my female teachers, as a part-time job, provides a maid service.
Oh my God!
So we stumbled on this by accident,
Whoops! I accidentally made my teacher into a naked maid.
We were chatting, we'd seen this maid thing, thought they were being exploited, so we arranged to meet one of these said maids in an apartment.
It was a teacher.
And it was a teacher, and she came and she's like, "Why are you hiring a maid?" and all this stuff. But it's all good because now I can call her anytime I like. I had to improve my guts for this to happen, which is obviously bravery, I guess. So I went and ate some solid burgers. So because you can improve your guts by doing this burger challenge, you have half an hour to eat a mega burger.
Wait, if you eat a large hamburger, that gives you more courage?
It does. It does. You should see these things though, man. It was like a triple-decker giganormous thing. It was huge.
That game is weird.
Well, it's Japanese. So you can do that to improve your guts. You can go. Obviously, there's a woman who does clinical trials on you. So she's testing out these experimental drugs on you. That obviously improves your guts.
Medical, dental, chewing stuff. Yeah, like chew on a cable until you get a shock.
And then the very weird one, which happens is if you go and study in the library at school, that apparently takes guts as well because everyone's really noisy.
What?
So you get a bit of guts.
Makes less sense than the hamburger one.
I don't know. Anyway, so you've got to do that. So I had to get to a certain level of guts before I could phone her. Then I phoned her, and then she just tips up at in the attic where you live above the coffee shop. Yeah. She just tips up there and does a bit of cleaning. She sorts stuff out, sorts shit out for you. I do believe you can take it to a romantic level with your teacher.
Well, I would hope so. If you got a naked maid teacher.
She's not naked. She's
she's not. She's in a tiny little French maid outfit, huh?
She is in a tiny little French maid outfit.
But she's not naked. How could you, Duke?
She's not naked. But yeah, it's cool. It's kind of cool that you can do weird shit like that. I'm not going to say it's. I don't see that. I'm enjoying the challenge of dating my teacher at school. I don't know what to say.
Yes, well, challenge of not going to jail.
I guess. Well, it wouldn't be me going to jail; it'd be her, I guess.
Yeah, well.
So anyway, there's that. And apart from that, I'm just doing the usual day-to-day school stuff, improving my relationships with the other members of the team and doing some Mementos stuff. So I'm going into Mementos and There's quite a few side missions going on in there now, so I'm quite enjoying the Mementos, and it gives you loads of cash and experience, so it's always worth doing.
Well, yeah, I would.
So yeah, Persona 5 is a thing, and that's still going. Resident Evil 7, as I alluded to earlier, I've finished that game now. That game is done.
How many hours?
About 10. It was about 10 hours. About 10 hours in total. And I didn't die very often, so it's not that would be a realistic playtime, I guess. Probably slightly longer on if you were on the more difficult setting or you got killed quite a lot. But I didn't, so that's all.
You're awesome, and you didn't die a lot. We got it.
I'm awesome and didn't die a lot. And it threw a huge curveball. I loved it. I absolutely loved the game. I loved the ending. I loved the way the story was paced.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost a perfect horror game. I must admit, I don't think I was quite as shit my pants as Outlast.
Yeah.
Or Amnesia.
Right.
Those two games really get under your skin.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas this, it was creepy and there were a couple of jump moments.
Yeah.
And there was one particular sequence that creeped the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those where not a lot was happening, but what was happening was just so creepy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was less. It was a kind of a less is more situation. But
sure, your imagination goes into overdrive if they sprinkle enough stuff in front of you. Then fill in the.
But I can absolutely recommend Resident Evil 7 to anybody, and it's up there with my favorite games this year, and I've played a lot of really good games this year.
Yeah.
But it's totally up there. Absolutely. It's one of the best sort of narrative driven, fairly linear, you know what I mean? There's not a lot, it's certainly not one of the, and I like that compactness of it. I've got to the point of getting a bit bored of these massive open world games, you know what I mean? Where it's like, go anywhere, do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like that.
I know why some people would be bored with that. I personally like having all the choice about how you're going to do it, but that's just me.
Yeah, I just like that sort of more constrained.
I mean, you're more into the cinematic experience in a game to begin with.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that
this absolutely ticks all of those boxes. I mean, it looks great, it sounds great, the voice acting is really, really well done.
Yeah.
And even though on the surface it doesn't appear to be like a Resident Evil game because of obviously, it's gone to first person, it's this haunted house setting, less of a sort of Resident Evil vibe going through. It's there. And it. Go on.
Yeah, what went so wrong with 6? Why was 6 considered like such a horrible game?
I've no idea. I mean,
because it was shit.
It was
I know, but what made it so different from 5 and 7?
It went from a horror game to an action game. Is the first problem,
and it was massive, wasn't it? It was huge.
So then there was the problem of like multiple stories. So it had, I think it had about like 6 or 8 characters, and they all split up in twos, and each one was an episode, and each one was vastly different to the other, which kind of sounds good, but you have no idea what's going on. You have no idea sort of what relation to the characters to whom, and the zombies wasn't really zombies anymore. The action was really bad. It was quite claustrophobic. Didn't really feel very good. So when you take Resident Evil 4 and 5's mechanics, but then just ramp it up with action, it doesn't become very. It's very hard to control, and it's not very fun to play. Whereas, I would argue that 5 is still decent.
But we played that in co-op, didn't we, and finished it?
Yeah, so I like that one, but yeah, I think 6 just ramped it up too much and made it too much of an action game, and it was either a good horror game with 4 and 5, or it wasn't a horror game in 5, or a bad action game in 6.
Yeah, 7, like I say, is great. I can totally imagine if you played this with a VR headset, which I could have done had I kept hold of it, but I couldn't be arsed. It would be. It would be a lot worse and a lot more creepy, but I can imagine the sequence where I was creeped out anyway would be horrific in VR, I would have thought. Yeah, it would be like really horrible. But
You know what I was thinking about recently? If it would make sense to do a VR game or several of them, I think it would make sense to do, for now at least, to make the mode where you're like in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Yeah,
so that,
because
you know what I mean? Because like then it makes sense for you to move around using a joystick or whatever, but you wouldn't be able to run around and whatnot. I think that would be, and you could do action games that way. You could do all sorts of things if you're in a wheelchair, because then it would be truly immersive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's where.
But jet
VR
engines
works
on your
best.
wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly. There's 100 ways you can do it.
Woohoo.
Make a flying wheelchair.
Wings. Yeah. But I'll be honest, I played the demo of this in VR, the beginning hour, and that looked great. I mean, and it worked really well. I had no problems with the free movement in VR. I totally turned down, up to the max, full movement, no sort of restrictions, and I didn't feel gippy at all. I didn't have no gippiness or like I was gonna vomit.
Good use of the word gippy. Deck in the chat says, "Do haunted houses have step-free access?" Duke.
Oh, that's it. You'd have to have ramps everywhere.
Well, no, you could just do it where it's like the cutscene is your friend pulling the chair up the stairs.
What if, right? Cliche. What if you sort of wake up in a mental asylum, strapped in a wheelchair, and have no idea how you got there?
Yeah, that could work. I mean, there's 100 ways you could use that mechanic. It just seems like the limitation of VR is that they haven't really figured out a good way. And again, I don't know. This is what I hear of having it be, totally immersive. Because if you're gonna walk into your wall at some point.
Would the final boss be stairs?
Yeah.
Final boss would just be floating above you, and you'd be like, ah.
But no, I mean. Yeah, as you say, if you're in something or on something, it does make more sense. And the kitchen demo, which is obviously linked to Resident Evil as well.
Yeah, you were like in a chair, right?
You were strapped in a chair, and it was horrific.
Of course.
Yeah, it was horrific.
But it doesn't have to necessarily just be about horror in terms of you can't get out of this chair, although that's one way to do it. But it could also be, like, I don't know, it seems like you could have games where it's, you're playing, there are people who play basketball. They call it murder ball. There's a really good documentary about it. These people who are, paraplegic or whatever, they can't use their legs, but they play hardcore basketball. It would be really cool to have a sports game like that using the VR headset.
They also do wheelchair water polo.
Ah!
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else about Resident Evil 7 there, Stu?
Play it. I'm sort of sad that I didn't play it when it first came out, but I guess I've saved a bit of cash. But it's so
all
good.
this eBaying.
I know, yeah. But no, I totally recommend it. If anyone's even remotely interested, but a bit on the fence, I would say just give it a go, because if you want a good story, you want plenty of action, creepy bits, sort of jump out your skin bits. Running away bits, there's quite a few now. But you can also fight. Where you normally have these horror games where you have to just hide all the time. Well, in this, you do get guns. You get shotguns, machine guns, knives, axes.
Because that was my thing. Like, there are games where, like, Fear 2 is always my go-to game in terms of horror. That's because you're, at certain points, you're totally overpowered, and I love it. It's just like...
Yeah, you never feel...
I can be scared for a while, and then I am going to conquer my fear with 700,000 bullets.
You never totally sort of feel like that point of overpoweredness, but you never completely lack it. There's always ammo, and you can
with just 2 bullets and stuff.
No, there's always ammo, and you can craft ammo as well.
Okay, well,
so there's always.
I don't know.
I think you'd like it. I think it's good. It is creepy. I mean, and horror games aren't normally your thing, Duke. But
they're not. But I mean, the thing that about Amnesia and other horror games that I didn't like was that, like I felt like I had no agency. Like I had to just be running away and like.
You've got plenty of agency in this, and you've got to be a good shot. You know what I mean? You've got to headshot a lot of the time.
I wouldn't mention that if you're trying to sell me on it, but
yeah, you've got to be headshotting, cause body shots do nothing pretty much. Yeah. You're just wasting ammo if you hit the body. But the most of the enemies are fairly slow.
Yeah.
So most of the main enemies that you come across are fairly slow. So you have time to aim. The problem is they bob around a lot. They do a lot of bobbing and weaving of the head. So it's sort of getting them.
Weaving.
bobbing and a weaving. And then you've got obviously the bosses that you do overcome eventually, but there is those running away and hiding moments as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where you sort of have that sort of scenario. Although it's not like you can't hide under beds or in cupboards or anything like that. There aren't anything of that. If you're just out of sight, though, you can escape.
Yeah.
It's great. It really is great. So I can totally recommend it. I did play a demo on PS4 called Constructor.
Okay.
Constructor.
And this is in the vein of like City Skylines type of thing.
Ooh.
But originally,
I just saw a clip of it. Oh.
But originally was released in 1996, I believe.
Yep.
Well,
Wow, it's a DOS game.
I didn't realize this when I first started playing it. I was thinking, wow, this is a little bit racist.
Why is it racist?
Why is it racist?
Because you have to put tenants into your houses, and one of them's called a Soweto hut. So one of the lowest houses you built is called a Soweto hut.
I was gonna be like, all right, here's your houses. Now go live in them, you fucking Mexicans. Like,
Yeah.
No.
Not racist.
The depiction of the lowest slum tenants are obviously black people
Oh no.
and Scousers for some reason. So
Yeah.
Cue Chinny's accent.
Yeah.
Hey, mates.
And the first area given to develop is called Katie Swallows.
Okay.
Oh,
I like the
I
sound of her.
Very clever.
Very clever, Katie Swallows.
I bet she does.
But you can tell it's a game of the 90s. You can tell this is it's hard. Yeah, Simi Boy is saying he used to play this on the PS1. This is how old this game is. And apparently it is very hard to play.
For people that don't know, the PlayStation 1 was a console from the past.
It was. But you've got to keep everybody
More
happy.
helpful information like that throughout the show.
In fact, every console you've ever owned was launched in the past.
Yeah. And even the terms they use, like, for instance, what you've got to do is breed them. So the lowest tenants, the slum tenants, have to be breeders for more workers and more tenants. That's what they do. But to help them breed, you can redecorate the bedroom to make it a bit more pleasant for them. So they're going to be more likely to get it on.
If this game's not racist, if you're playing Mr. Burns.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how he sees the world, isn't it?
Maybe not. But I don't know. This game, people seem to love this game. I mean, it gets a lot of great reviews. And it is very tongue in cheek, but you can tell it was made by British developers in a time.
Why? Because we're all racist, Stu.
Well, in a time, I guess, when we weren't quite as sort of socially aware, shall we say?
The suffering of other people.
Exactly. But I don't know. I think from what I can gather, as a construction game and that sort of city builder type thing, it gets a lot of great reviews, but it isn't my kind of thing at all, and I found it really complicated.
City Skylines isn't your type of thing, though, is it?
No, and I would never think of playing.
Would you think that? Do you think I could get into something like this?
I think you probably would get into this, Ginny. And you've got to be evil. The whole point of the game is that you're like. What's weird is you're meant to be working for the mob. Right,
yes.
All the money you get is in dollars.
Yes.
And then all the sound bites and voice clips are either Scousers or Cockneys
Love it.
Northern people.
Love it.
So it's just a very weird game. But,
so you got to be
and the voiceover.
You got to be evil.
Guy,
then you got to not care about the little people.
Yeah, you've got to.
I like it.
Literally, just make as much money as possible and tread on everybody. But the guy who gives you the instructions as well, in the sort of tutorial, he's also sounds like a Cockney gangster.
Right.
So that's what he sounds like. So it's a very weird game. Anyway, moving on. Not my kind of thing. The final thing I played is a brand new game out this week. I was hoping to finish it today, but I didn't get through it all. So I'm still playing it, which is Rime. So, Rime.
Saw that was out.
Yeah. It reminds a lot of people obviously compare this to Eco or sort of The Last Guardian. It has those elements in it, I guess. But it reminds me more of Journey, if I'm being totally honest.
Well, that's a shame we can't talk about this game anymore.
But Journey with sort of more...
Journey with story.
Journey with an element of deadly premonition.
Journey with an element of deadly premonition. I don't know. It reminds more of Journey. The music is very Journey-like, but lovely music. Very nice, soft cell shaded graphics.
In case anybody doesn't realize, Stu's talking about a PS3 game called Journey.
No, it's oh yeah, PS3, yeah, Journey,
not the Rock Band Journey.
No, the Rock Band Journey, no. But it looks lovely, and it's. I mean, this moment is interesting. He's walking about, and I thought, oh, well, it'll be an invisible wall when you get to the top of it. But no, you can swim anywhere. You can go underwater.
There it is.
And it also reminds me a very lot of the original Tomb Raider.
Okay.
It's kind of Tomb Raider crossed with Journey. Because it does that kind of cool thing at the beginning of it. You're given these massive areas to explore, and to solve the puzzles within those areas. But it does that, that camera sweep through to show you where you've got to get to.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the challenge is working out how you get to that place.
Right.
And I really, really like it.
What kind of Tomb Raider are we talking? Like old school Tomb Raider?
Yeah, like old school. Like in old school Tomb Raider, you come to a level and it was massive.
And you'd be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, or like Portal, for instance, Portal 2, where you can tell it has an element of that in some of the areas are huge. And then you realise how
like he needs to take a dump.
Yeah, that's similar to the run in Lara Croft, funnily enough. Yeah. He does the same thing down the stairs. But look, it's great. I love the aesthetics. A lot of people saying that they don't, they didn't feel anything playing this. Well, I kind of liked it.
I mean, it's not state of the art, right? It's more artistic and impressionistic.
Yes, definitely, and it's definitely got those if you run into a wall, it'll fall over and go, like roll backwards. So there is that stumbling, and they said they made him a bit asexual, so you weren't sure whether it was a male or female character, but I think of it as being a male character.
He looks like a male character.
Yeah, I'd have said he feels.
He looks like a man.
Like a man. And then there's this very enigmatic, and you can see this red-cloaked person. I have no idea what that means yet. I'm guessing that'll all get resolved at the end of the game.
Probably not.
Probably not. And that obviously reminded me a lot of Journey.
Here we go.
I mean the man who robbed this place today.
Okay.
What did he look like?
Yeah, okay. He looked like a man.
He looked like a man.
But the main mechanic is shouting, apart from the platforming stuff. You shout at stuff.
That's stupid. Who on earth would want to play a video game where that's the mechanic?
Exactly. You shout at stuff, and that's how you activate a lot of the puzzles, is by shouting. But it does has a few... They have chucked in these frustrating things for no apparent reason, which is probably one of my only minor negatives. Like, I've got to a point at the moment where the puzzle involves me timing a run and then throwing like a globe on top of a moving platform at the right second with normal physics, so it doesn't roll off the edge.
Off the end. Of course. Why not?
And I've tried that. I had to quit today because I tried doing it probably about 15 times and not succeeded. So I was like,
it really sucks.
Need to come back to this. Need to come back because when you get and I'm sure I'll come back to it and possibly do it on the first try, because that's what tends to happen with these things. But it's all split second, and it's awkward to aim him. Does that make sense? Because he doesn't move brilliantly well. There's no reticule to aim with. So you've got to kind of guess, and he also, the longer you hold the button, the stronger his throw. So you've got to
There's no what to aim with.
Reticule.
Reticule.
Is that what it is?
In your
Reticle?
Recticle.
Reticle.
I always thought it was reticule. Anyway, reticule. Whatever. Rectum.
Recticule.
Shoot, dude. When you were doing the colonoscopy, doctor, what did you use to make sure you were getting in the butt right? I used the recticule.
You know what I mean, anyway.
I know what you mean. We just like taking the piss.
I know. Anyway, so
wrong.
Anyway, so yes, I was. There was no way to aim, so I was like, right, I'm done for a bit. I'm not done altogether, obviously, but I'm done for a bit. But I played for about 5 hours, so it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more one of these sort of shorter games. Yeah, so it tends to sort of revolve around shouting at stuff, carrying things, and getting other stuff to follow you.
Solving little puzzles by the looks of it.
Yeah, lots of little puzzles.
Like there's a pig in the way, and then you have to grab a bit of a fruit, and then the pig was like, "That's my fruit, fuck you," and then you get him out of the way.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
But that's in the first area. It obviously gets way more complex than that.
You have to solve an equation.
Something like that. No,
6 times 3 equals. Oh shit.
Some people
Princess, you're never getting rescued.
Compared the art style of this to The Witness.
Yeah.
And he does have a kind of have a witnessy vibe, but the
Wind Waker as well.
Yeah, someone said that. Yeah, I've heard that. But it's a lot more simplistic than either of them. Well, it's definitely more simplistic than The Witness anyway.
Well, I think with the Wind Waker, I don't know. There's something great about Wind Waker's art. Like it looks great today.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But this looks great, and I really love the art style.
Does look good.
Love the music, and yeah, it's a recommendation. I would say.
Cool.
It's a recommendation. So yeah, give it a go. If you like puzzle platformers, this is definitely a good one.
Stu, in the chat, they're talking about Gwent. I believe the Gwent.
It is the open beta's out. Yeah,
beta is out. Did you get on with Gwent?
I have downloaded the open beta to have a go of the standalone.
When you played
Gwent.
the game that shall be named.
Yeah.
Did you play a lot of Gwent in the game?
Once. I played it once in the entire game.
Right.
Which was the only time when you have to play it they sort of make you play it.
Okay.
Yeah. And that is the only time. And I played it in the DLC by mistake.
Okay.
Oops.
So
I happened to play Gwent.
Yeah. I happened to sit down and was like, oh, shit. So I played a hand, which I had no idea. Because I'd only played it once in like 100 and whatever hours. I was like, I have no clue what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. I lost big time.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm not a big Gwent fan, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. But I've downloaded standalone. I'm going to give it a go on its own just to see how it goes. So there you go. And that's it for me. So Rime, yeah, it's good. It's good. I don't know whether it's unless you really want to play it, whether you're better holding off until it's in a sale. Because it's 29 quid. I got it for 26 as a pre-order. So I got a few quid off. But you might want to hold off. I reckon it's definitely worth the 25, 26 pound mark. I don't know whether 30 is a bit expensive for it at the moment. It's good though. It is good.
Right, that's Rime.
So there you go. That's Rime. So over to you, Duke.
Yeah, now I'm going to be talking about Reason.
I get what you did there.
Rhyme and Reason. I've been playing Rocket League. I've been playing Minecraft. The latest rev of the Reddit PvE server has been in effect for like a month. So I made a second house, and I've set my sheep up so I can get my colors. It's funny because every time the rev happens, I always like set up a house. Sometimes I'll set up a second house, and then like I'll set up a breeding ground for sheep so I can have all different colors to make anything I want in all different colors. And then I'm like, all right, now I'm bored, moving on to other things. And then they reset the server, and I got to set up a new house, set up sheep with all different colors. All right, I'm bored. So I always make it so that it's like if somebody were to be like, I'm going to start painting, and they like save a lot of money to make, to get an easel and all the different paints they need and the paint brushes. And all right, I'm perfectly set. My studio is all ready to go. I can paint anything I want. I don't feel like painting anymore.
Yep.
Oh, well. That's my fickle heart. Go figure.
It is. That's you and Minecraft, basically.
Pretty much. There's a game that just came back out on Steam. It's not Call of Duty, but I wanted an exciting noise to use when I played it. So. Vanquish. This game is wicked.
Yeah.
It is. This came out what 5 years ago or something on the Xbox
2010. 2010, I want to say.
Wow, more than 5 years. So. It was awesome then. It's awesome now. Obviously, the graphics are dated. I don't know if they gave it polish and stuff, but
dated. You can have 4K, man. What's the matter with you?
It doesn't matter. Like the thing is the gameplay, because you're hopping around. It's got cover, and you got this slide. You got the rockets behind you, and you're like sliding around, and it's just so frenetic and awesome, and I love it.
Everybody loves Platinum games, and I think they're a bit overrated. But Vanquish was my favourite Platinum game. I loved it, and it's a Japanesey game as well, and it's not really the type of thing that I like, but because it feels so good.
Yeah.
Does it hold up, Duke?
It does hold up. The gameplay holds up very well. Two things that I will say about it. One, there's a lot more cutscenes than I remember.
Right.
So like it went on and on and on with there's someone who's took over a satellite over in the Earth and they destroy San Francisco and they're like, I'm going to destroy New York unless you give me $7 million or surrender to Russia or whatever the hell they're talking about. And then it's like literally like 10 minutes of people and robots invading this space station. So like that opening part of the invasion just takes forever. And it's not you playing it, it's the cutscene.
Yeah, I've also heard one of the things I did hear was that the dialogue is very dated when you hear it now.
Well, it was dated when it came out.
It was when it came out, yeah.
Exactly. So you don't play it for that. I don't think you'd really miss much if you skip cutscenes. I was not skipping cutscenes. I streamed this, by the way. So if you want to see me play it and hear me crack wise over all these cutscenes, you can check that out at our Twitch stream.
And on YouTube.
And you can go on YouTube if you want.
Yeah.
Anyway, I won't blame you if you don't, but anyway.
It's on YouTube now.
Oh, well, snap. There you go.
It's already on YouTube. Duke's first hour of Vanquish is on YouTube right now.
Oh, look at that, baby.
And the other thing I will say is, when it comes to like, especially, the boss at the end of that first hour, it would not be unfair to say about me.
You really suck.
I don't remember having to fight that thing like 10 times. But I just kept getting pwned.
Don't forget, you got to keep smoking, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep smoking.
Right. In the game that you smoke to get health back. Just let me remember.
There you go.
That was I needed health back. The issue was I kept running out of ammo, and I kept like jumping out into the open, and then he would unleash this laser that took me out in one hit. So it was
it's not the best Platinum game though.
It is.
What?
It isn't.
He's gonna say bloody fucking Bayonetta and all that.
Bayonetta 2, baby. Oh yes. Best Platinum game ever. Most Platinum games are great. Whatever.
No, they're not.
I mean, I did like
not.
They are. They cannot make a bad game. What is your problem?
Oh,
anyway, the point is that the monster you have to fight in that final bit is like a beast, and but I eventually took him down. What? And it's funny too, because when I finally took him down, it felt like I was doing the same thing I have been doing before, but it was easier at the end. But I guess that's just because I finally figured out the pattern of like stick and move, run over here, get ammo, stick and move, run over here, get ammo. Yeah.
Smoke a fag.
And I may have also had it on easy when I played it the first time. I think that's possible because I was thinking about it.
Is it running all right on your PC? Because
it's running really well. I didn't have any slowdown. I think it's on like medium graphics settings, so okay, whatever. But whatever. I'm really liking it. And yeah, it just feels good. It's fun. It's fast. It takes itself a little seriously at times, but given the length of the cutscenes. But the story, they know the story's ludicrous, so they're just like, whatever. They don't spend time really on the story in terms of like exposition and stuff. They don't bother with that. It's just big gruff dude who has a gun for an arm flicks the cigarette out of your hand because you're not supposed to smoke in the station and whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's been. You're probably okay, but people who've got really top end PCs are finding the higher the frame rate, the harder it is, because apparently the enemies inflict more damage when you've got a really high frame rate on your PC.
Why?
That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know why. I don't know why it is. I think it's some sort of weird glitch thing that's happening.
That makes
so people who've got these high end PCs that are running in at like 240 frames a second or whatever ridiculousness are finding it really, really difficult to play. So there you go.
Strange.
Serves them right for having a good PC.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is what happens at PC Master Race.
Right.
They're punishing you for having like a state-of-the-art PC.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's better.
Yeah. So that's Vanquish. It's awesome. I'll be playing more. I don't know if I'll be streaming more of it, but whatever.
So once you finish this, are you going on for Nier Automata?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's one I'll have to really wait for because I'm not trying to jump into that quickly.
Another Platinum game is going to be good.
I know, but I don't know. whatever.
I really think you'd hate Nier Automata or Automata or whatever you want to say.
Anyway, the other game that I played is also a new game. It's not actually new, but it's new to Steam, and it's new to me. It's called Black Desert Online. And it's an MMO.
Right,
Yeah, it's an MMO. And as listeners of this show will realize, I have this habit of jumping into MMOs every once in a while and thinking I'm going to find the one that does everything I want it to. And what I often find with MMOs is that they're very similar to each other. Combat's usually not great. It's usually a million different mechanics that you need to try to figure out. The screen is covered in text, and it leaves me unsatisfied. And Black Desert Online, so far, to be fair, is doing most of those things.
Oh, I thought you was going to say he isn't doing those things, and I thought he was going to have
Unfortunately, MMOs usually have very expensive buy-in. So this game was $5 to get access to the game itself. And then they have like Explorer packages, which have all sorts of boosts and things you can get. But I don't care about any of that. I just bought the basic game for $5 and started playing it. And I mean, here's the thing. The combat's very good. This might be the best combat of any MMO I've ever played. And that includes Guild Wars 2. Sorry, Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is good, but it doesn't feel, especially the melee combat, has never really been very good in an MMO. And that includes Elder Scrolls Online. So
weirdly, when you, because obviously this is the first time I've seen this game, when you said Black Desert Online, and I don't know why, I was expecting a first-person military shooter.
Nope.
No, it's not. Not at all. Good God.
Not at all.
I think that's because of the word desert.
Black and desert.
Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Video game Black.
And Black, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, no, this is orcs and wizards and elves and shit, as Chinny likes to say. Like I said, the combat's amazing. It's really, really good combat. The combat, actually, I'll tell you this. The combat is very much like Diablo 3. In fact, the combat's almost exactly like Diablo 3.
It's exactly like Stummies.
And the twist is?
It's a much bigger pill.
So, you know, it basically, you're getting something very similar to Diablo 3, except story's not nearly as good, cutscenes aren't as good. And my head in with these MMOs is it's not enough to just have like a decent story and fun combat. You need 7 different types of currencies. You need your inventory filling up with all sorts of crap. You need outfits that just appear in your inventory for no reason that make you look like a buccaneer from 1630. You need, crafting and, you go to your home, you can buy a home, and then it takes forever to figure out which one is your home. And then I finally get into my home and I go into the decorating mode and I'm like, oh, I'll put it's pitch black. I was like, oh, I need a light source. So, okay, I go into the, decorating mode and I put, okay, I want to put this lamp here. And it goes, not enough pearls. I was like, pearls? What pearls? What are you talking about, pearls? Apparently, you can buy pearls in order to buy stuff for your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So they want your money. But you can also buy crappy furniture from the merchants in town.
Of course you can.
And then eventually you can craft your own stuff.
Sure you can.
Well, if I stick with it, maybe I'll end up crafting stuff for my home and make. And then I was thinking, you know what? If I want to craft stuff for my home, why am I not just playing Minecraft?
Exactly.
Yeah, see? Everything comes back to Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, it's good. Like I said, Black Desert Online is good. I get the sense that there's like 2 different morality systems because the tutorial is at the hands of this it's the smoke monster from Lost, but it's smiling and it's being friendly. So it's really weird because every once in a while it'll just pop up and be like, "Hey, we really showed those imps a thing or two, huh? All right, now let's go fight some goblins."
Want to know the code for the hatch?
Yeah, exactly. But, that all said, the UI is very customizable, so it kept showing me things that I didn't want to see. And eventually I figured out how to disable that, so that was nice. And, yeah, like I said, the combat's really good. So I'm not blown away by it yet, but I'll probably keep at it a little bit. The thing is, when I start playing a game like this, I don't play it with other people, so it might as well not be online. And the multiplayer part I don't care about because I'm not interested in PvP. So get rid of the M. So basically, I'm looking for a massive game. Well, I've already got 10 of those. Witcher 3, Dragon Age Inquisition, Diablo 3. I could be playing any of those, and I should be. But instead, ooh, new shiny thing. Okay.
Wow, that's 2 new shiny things for you this week.
Exactly. Well, one's new.
One sort of new and shiny. Yeah. Sort of.
You just want the next Elder Scrolls, don't you? Duke?
Well, they did an update for the Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, why is there a dude with horns?
Because it's a fantasy world. He's like
Jesus Christ.
His mother had sex with an elk.
I mean, I'm sorry, but even Chidi, you know, you play Skyrim. There's no dudes with horns.
Yeah, but there is a fucking lizard man and a cat man.
There's lizard man and there's cat man and there's dragon people who talk. And
I guess, but it doesn't look like they've been crossbred with an elk.
This looks even stupider than the Argonians in Skyrim.
It does, man. Yes, it does. It does.
But I'll give them this. They just go with it. They're just like, yeah, this dude's got horns. Now talk to him about how you're gonna find your mother or whatever it is. So they have something stupid like that in the game, but they don't dwell on it.
They should. One of the
and
options...
I'm not being funny, right? No, just a minute. They have ripped off Triss Merigold from Witcher 3. No
would
doubt.
you stop?
Look at her. I mean, look at her, man.
Chini,
you can't go ripping off Triss.
Whatever. There should be a line in the game where you go up to the guy with the horns and say, "Are you horny?" I am. If they're gonna go with it, they're gonna go with it. Oh yeah, there's that weird smoke monster, and he looks really happy, and well, he's got like eyes.
Yep.
And he's all
eventually gets teeth, and it's like.
That's really strange.
Yep.
And that black smoke looked like it came from her skirt, which looks like she did like a massive dirty fart.
And that was the thing about Vanquish. I forgot how much pervy upskirt stuff there is.
Oh yeah.
Give me a break. But I guess
that's Japanese, man. What are you expecting?
Well, it's not just Japanese. It's Bayonetta developers.
Yep.
Whoa! Hey, just be careful.
Hey, she's got hair.
Oi.
Don't talk smack about Bayonetta.
Bayonetta is just made by
talk smack about Bayonetta.
Teenagers.
Talk smack about Bayonetta.
Weird, perverted men just making it.
Don't you talk smack about the best game ever made. Shit.
It's shit.
Not.
You ready for the news now?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Putting news first.
In the middle of the show. Red Dead Redemption 2 has been delayed.
Well, how do you feel? How do you feel, Chinny? The Rockstar fanboy amongst us. How do you feel about this?
For people that don't know, I am a massive Rockstar fan, and Red Dead Redemption is up there with the greatest game ever for me. It swaps every month with Mario World, and
it does. Interchangeable.
Yeah, look, if you ask me on a different day, it could be Super Mario World, it could be Red Dead Redemption, but yeah, and maybe some days it's Portal 2, but it's up there. And
True that.
It's up there, and I got a lot of tweets when this news came out. I noticed that something had happened. Either someone had died or some Red Dead Redemption, because it just I think I got like 14 notifications of like, what do you think of this? And
I'll say this. I don't know about you, but I always think that's so sweet when people think of me instantly when they see anything related to like Simpsons or Skyrim or whatever.
It is nice, and I think people were expecting me to be all upset about it, but my answer to this was this is why Rockstar are the best developers in the world, is because they make calls like this, and they
ready, keep cooking it.
Yeah, just you know, if a cake's not ready, you don't take it out early and eat it. You wait until it's done, and that's what they're doing. And to be honest, I feel like that they could spend. It was meant to come out this fall, wasn't it? So let's say September, for argument's sake. If it didn't come out till next September, I still wouldn't be mad, because
no. At the end of the day, my thought on this is, don't release it till it's ready to be released. We'll wait. It's all good.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what Rockstar said, and another news. Rockstar's parent company said Red Dead Redemption 2's launch window doesn't matter because it's Red Dead, because they know when it comes out it's just gonna sell the fuck out, It doesn't matter at this point. They're going to make their money back easily. You know, GTA made its money back within 24 hours, and it's one of the most expensive games made.
I mean, and let's put this into perspective as well. It's Take-Two Interactive, isn't it, who do this?
Mm-hmm.
But when this news came out, they had like a massive drop in share price,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I suppose from a shareholder's point of view, it's not a short-term gain.
Sell.
Yeah, because they want to they could put that money elsewhere, make it back, and then buy them back, which I get. You know what I mean? They're trying to make money every day, whereas some shareholders they just take it slowly. So I can see why they would sell, that they would drop, but you know, that's not really what we're talking about. But anyway, I don't care is my answer to Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out. There's plenty to play this year. I've got lots of games to play.
I mean, let's be honest, right? Take-Two are going, you know, saying the release window doesn't matter, and to be honest about it, it doesn't matter to them. Look how many copies of GTA 5 sold. How many millions and almost billions of dollars, you know, have they made off GTA 5? They don't care, because they know it's a license to print money. As soon as this game comes out, and let's be honest here, as long as it's great, which we're making the assumptions it's going to be, they don't care. They're just going to make a shit ton of money. I mean, GTA 5 is still in top 10s now, and how many years has that been out now?
And that's only what it makes on the sales. You know, you don't know what it makes on the online stuff.
Oh, they make a fortune, and let's not forget when Red Dead 2 comes out, it's going to have a massive online component, you would think.
Absolutely. I mean, we played it online for a long time.
Yeah. And it wasn't anywhere near of GTA Online, you know, what that beast is now.
I mean, when GTA 4 came out, it had an online, but they hadn't really perfected it. Red Dead Redemption came out, and it got a lot better. But GTA 5 is their
It's almost...
It is an MMO.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was going to say it's almost its own entity, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
almost its own thing.
It launched at a separate time, for fuck's sake. So, anyway, Red Dead, I'm not worried, to be honest. And the other thing that I quite like about this news is that I do want to play through Red Dead Redemption before this comes out. Yeah, so this has bought me a little bit of time. So,
well, I mean, look, the negative of this is we're going to have to wait a bit longer, but the positive you would have to assume is it's going to be polished within an inch of its life when it finally releases.
Red Dead Redemption 1 was buggy, but
you
know, and it'll have bugs in it, but whatever. Anyway, other news: the horror Friday the 13th plagued by server issues, but is gradually improving. So for people that don't know, Friday the 13th is a 4v1 game where somebody plays.
No, it's 1v7 actually.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Up to seven people. One. And obviously Jason Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees is the one, and and you have to hide from him pretty much, which seems good. But yeah, there's been some server issues, but they're patching it. Like any online game, it's going to suffer from.
And let's be honest, I'm probably more prepared to forgive the developers of this because this was like a Kickstarter game. They haven't got the cash of these big developers with huge servers and all this sort of stuff. You know, they'll be ramping up, but I don't think they even envisaged how popular it was going to be.
Well, when EA come out with bullshit like on Battlefield, it's like we didn't expect it to be popular. You know, you can't. But when a developer like this, that you know, a game about a film that's, you know, based, you know, like years ago, they probably genuinely didn't think that it was going to do well. So as well as it's doing. So yeah, you know, like you're right, Stu. You can totally sort of let them.
They don't have decades of experience dealing with multiplayer servers the way EA does.
And apparently, by all accounts, when it works, it's really, really good. I've heard good things.
Good.
You know, I could imagine, you know, as a community or you know people we know, getting together and playing some of this and probably having a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of like all you do if you're not Jason is hide. That sounds like Amnesia, which wasn't my thing.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how this works. I mean, I've not read a lot about it. I don't know whether it's you can attack Jason or whether it simply is the last person standing wins around. I don't know. I don't know whether he's totally, invincible. I don't know how it works. But
dude, they should make a game like this with Evil Dead, where one person is Ash and everyone else is a demon. You have to try to run from Ash or try to take him down, and He just keeps chainsawing people and cutting heads off.
Shotgun.
Yeah, suck on this.
Suck on old bub. Anyway, so yeah, that's looking good. I think they'll get it sorted out because obviously it's very popular, and I think they're working hard to make it work.
In other news,
what else? What else is in the news?
So, the PlayStation games, PlayStation Plus games for June have been revealed, and one of them is Killing Floor 2, which is very popular, and it's a zombie shooter from Tripwire. And it won an award for the best shooter of 2016 by some dude. And
Fred's game reviews.
The other game is Life is Strange, which is
very good.
A
good
game. That proper pisses Duke off. So that's fun.
You've never finished that.
Certain minor parts of it do. I will play it at some point. I need to get back.
Did you only play the first episode? I think you only played the first episode. Yeah. Yep. You need to get it in, man. It's good. It's good.
I will.
It will. Maybe that should be a summer holiday thing that you do.
Yeah.
And talking about games, free games, we love free games. The Xbox free games are Speedrunners for the Xbox One, which I think is pretty good, I believe. But anyway, Watch Dogs 1 for the Xbox One, and Assassin's Creed 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Jesus.
And then Dragon Age Origins.
The original
Classic.
one. Wow.
Yeah, this is the 360, and it also works on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And then Phantom Dust, which is the HD sort of upgrade to the original Xbox.
Oh, I hate automatic freaking adverts.
Yeah. So Phantom Dust is a game.
What's that noise?
Phantom Dust is a game that came out on the original Xbox. And I don't know much about it, but it's meant to be quite weird, and it's got a bit of a cult following. And Microsoft announced a new Phantom Dust, but that went into development hell, and we have no idea what's going on with it. But in the meantime, it feels like a bit of a do-good by Microsoft, because they released the HD sort of upgrade of the original Xbox version for free during the month of June. But anyway, Speedrunners and Watch Dogs. Speedrunners is available for the whole month of June. Assassin's Creed is available for the first half of June. Watch Dogs and Dragon Age Origins is available for the second half of June.
I don't understand why they do this sort of
free, no charge.
This half and half thing. Why they do like half a month is this, half a month is. Why don't you just release it?
Because they want to get people paying attention to it all month long, and if they just do all the games at the start of the month, they won't get as much. They won't get as many eyeballs in on it.
Right.
I don't know.
People talking about like, hey, when does this one come out? I really want to play that. Oh, it comes out in the middle
Free
of the
shit.
month.
Free shit's good. Sequel to the critically acclaimed adventure game To the Moon.
I love that game.
It's a good game.
It is a good game.
To the Moon. Yeah, it was originally to be released this summer. Man, this website's full of adverts. But the follow-up to the 2011 indie adventure game, overrated indie adventure game, To the Moon, has been delayed to the end of this year. This year being 2017. Developer Freebird Games announced that not only is their original game To the Moon shit, but the sequel titled Finding Paradise has changed.
That's not what he said.
I think it is.
Due to the personal circumstances, its release has been moved to the end of the year to ensure quality, because our last one was awful. So anyway, there we go. That's
fine, isn't it? That's good.
No, it's bad. They should not release it at all. So, Battle Royale survival game The Culling is coming to the Xbox One. Competitive survival game The Culling is coming to the Xbox One, Microsoft has announced. The still in development game will be available on the Xbox One game preview program on the 2nd of June. Outside of Xbox One, The Culling is on Steam Early Access, where it's been available since March. The Culling is part of an emerging battle royale genre named after the cult classic Japanese film. It is based on a novel about teenagers dropped into an island with random equipment and tasked with killing each other. It's good fun.
Hey, I'd like this bookie work.
people don't like teenagers because they're younger than you and they don't appreciate it. So watching them kill each other is fun for all the family. Anyway, the culling is coming out for the Xbox One, but no one cares about that. Everybody wants Battlegrounds, so shut the fuck up and get on it.
They got man, we had the bomb game, and then they came along and stole it, and made it better.
Didn't you play a bit of this, Duke, or am I just?
No, I never did.
I thought you played a bit of this.
No, I never played it. Trust me.
No, that's fine. I believe you. I believe you.
Game Pass, the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, that's been come out this week, hasn't it?
The library has been announced. I'm going to very, very quickly run through these. If Stu doesn't.
And this is, by the way, $7.99 a month. This is, or $9.99.
Well, obviously, the library's going to get better, but I'm going to go through these very quickly. Stu, don't interrupt. Ready? Blood Bowl, Brothers, D4 Dark Dreams Don't Die, DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, The Book of Unwritten Tales 2, Defense Grid, Electric Super Joy, Farming Simulator 16, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Halo Spartan Assault, Halo 5 Guardians, Jump Jet Rex, Night Squad, KYUB, Layers of Fear, Lumo, Mad Max, Massive Chalice, Max, The Curse of the Brotherhood, Mega Coin Squad, Mega Man Legacy Collection, NBA 2K16, Ollie Ollie, Payday 2, Crime Wave Edition, Resident Evil 0, Roundabout, Saints Row 4, Re-Elected, Sternden, Strider, Sunset Overdrive, class, Super Mega Baseball, Extra Innings, Super Time Force, Scream Ride, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Terraria, The Golf Club, The Swapper, WWK 216. I think that's really, well, I don't know what that is. Yeah, and then there's 360 ones. Yeah, there's 360 ones. I won't go through the 360 ones.
There's quite a few. There's quite a few on there.
Awesome.
Kingdom of Keflins, World of Keflins, Banjo Kazooie. I'm just like sort of doing the highlights. Bioshock, all the Bioshocks are going to be on it. Braid, Dig Dug, all the Gears of War are there. Grid, Iron Brigade, Jetpack Refilled, Lego Batman, Miss Explosion Man, Idar, Explosion Man.
Viva Pinata, now you're
Sega
talking.
Vintage Collection, Toy Soldiers, Viva Pinata, XCOM. The more, so I mean, a lot of these games you might already own because a lot of these have been out on the old,
I mean, what do you think? Free. I mean, $7.99 a month. Are you up for that?
I think this is a way of slowly phasing out the free games. To be honest.
Yeah, is that what you think? This is going to be like a replacement?
I think this is they're going to overlap, and then at some point, when this library gets big enough, they're going to stop giving away the free games.
I mean, $7.99 a month. It's not terrible. You know what I mean? It's not a huge amount of cash.
I just think that this list at the moment isn't appealing to me. But you've got to go with
it. I think Bongo said it well when he said. I think it was him who said, "It's not designed for hardcore gamers like us."
No, yeah, but if you're going into an Xbox One, you haven't got any games, and you just pay $7.99 for this.
Yeah,
you probably won't. You probably never run out of games.
Yeah.
No, there's plenty to play, isn't there? There's some decent games on there, if not old games.
Yeah. And it's a sign of how we buy our games is changing a lot. Same with Netflix and Spotify have proved that, and it's creeping into games. It's not new news. Everybody sort of knew it was going to happen, but just no one really quite knows how. And I think this is a good move, but it's just not appealing yet to us three. I mean, you two don't have an Xbox One. I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not tempted by this yet. I just feel like a lot of these games they've already given away or have already played. So, yeah, nothing massive.
No, there's nothing standing out there, is there? I mean, there's a few decent games on there, but there's nothing sort of massive on there.
Baron von Glower on the chat said PlayStation Now hasn't really worked out, to be honest. And isn't PlayStation Now the streaming service, though?
Yeah, they've got tons of stuff on there, but it's just too expensive.
No, but I thought because they stream the games, whereas you download them on the Xbox.
Yeah, you download. I mean, I've tried. I did the trial for PlayStation Now, and it worked fine. I had no issues, and it looked fine. It didn't. There was no stuttering. There was no lag or any not noticeable input lag or anything like that. So it worked fine. But it's expensive, and they haven't got any PS4 games on there at all.
How much is it?
Apparently, they're coming. I think it's about £15 a month or something. It's not cheap.
So that's expensive, and it doesn't have any PlayStation 4 games.
I could be wrong though. It could be a tenner. It could be a tenner. Let me have a look. I will check because obviously I don't want to be giving duff information. And there's no PlayStation 4 games on there yet.
You give duff information every time you say that Bayonetta 2 is good.
Bayonetta 2's best game ever.
No.
Yeah, there's 350 games on PlayStation now already. And you can, but the biggest thing with PlayStation now is you can play it on PS4 and on PC. So
in the United States, it's $20 a month.
Yeah, $12.99 a month it is in the UK.
So yeah,
I knew it was more than a tenner. It's almost double.
It's not going to take much for PlayStation to match the Xbox, is it? I mean, if they just get some PS4 games, lower the price, there you go. Like,
you can play on.
I mean,
go on, Duke. Say that again.
You can play on Windows.
Yeah, you can play on Windows 10.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah,
I can play Redemption on Windows. Ooh.
You can. You can play.
I mean,
if you
this, but that's very interesting.
If you signed up for this, you could play PS4 games on your PC.
That's very interesting.
Which is kind of cool if you haven't got a PS4.
It's the way it's going to go. I feel like, you know.
PS3 games.
We're going to play our games on a thing like a Netflix, you know, so whether it's like an Xbox Live service or a PlayStation Now service. And
Earth
Steam.
Defense Force Insect Armageddon.
Yeah, that game didn't age well. Anyway, other news.
They have got, I mean, just out of interest. They have got some good games on PlayStation now because they've got all the Uncharted games, the older ones. They've got all the Last of Us is on there, God of War 3. So you know, there's a lot of decent, you know, PS3 exclusives on there if you wanted to have a go. And you could do the free trial. You could do a 7-day trial and play some stuff.
I ain't got time for that.
I am the asked. Yeah. Anything else, Ginny?
Yeah, there's been some news about the new Far Cry game, Far Cry 5.
I saw the trailer for that. It looks good.
Release date. I haven't seen anything about this other than where it's set. But anyway, after a week of video and art teasers, Ubisoft has finally revealed more about Far Cry 5.
Did you see the live action trailer where they were using the guy's
I just said
head?
I didn't see anything about it, didn't I?
Oh, did you not? Well, Duke might have done. I might not necessarily just been talking to you.
No, I did not.
But they had one of the short trailers before the official release. They did these sort of live action trailers, and one of them they had a dude, and they were using his head to ring the bell in the church. So they were smashing his head against the bell.
Nice.
Yeah, look painful.
Far Cry 5 will hit PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on February 27th, 2018. Development is led by Ubisoft Montreal. Far Cry 5 will allow players to explore the entire open world in-game version of Montana alone or in two-player co-op. The franchise map editor will also return in Far Cry 5. One of the best things about Far Cry 2. With features that Ubisoft promises more details are coming soon. Additionally, PS4 players will get a free in-game skin pack. Woo! Aside from the release date, the first trailer reveal, Ubisoft also offered new details about the sequel story. Players will take on the role of a new junior deputy in Hope County, Montana, where players will become embroiled in an attempt to take over the county by the Project at Eden's Gate, a doomsday cult.
So what do you think of the setting then? You know, going away from the sort of jungle-y, you know, other country setting. What do you think of the American sort of homegrown cult?
That's fine. I think it's interesting. There's a lot of talk on Reddit about like, oh, it's going to be controversial. Oh, they're taking on these things. I don't think it's going to be that much, to be honest. Like the American countryside, it's going to look different from the Indian countryside from Far Cry 4, but it's not going to be that different. I mean, it's mountains, it's trees, it's rivers. Like, okay. It's not like if it's set on Mars.
No, true. It is. It's definitely not set on Mars.
My opinion is there's not enough video games set in America.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean...
That's a joke.
Yeah, like good ones, though.
No,
good games set in
There's
America.
plenty of games set in America. It's fucking
There is, but no, good ones.
But
There's ones. What are you talking about?
I like the setting. I think it'll look pretty cool. As Duke mentions, when you get into it, when you start seeing gameplay, you know, they can dress it as much as they want. When you start seeing gameplay, it's gonna look like fucking Far Cry, and it'll look the same. But instead of fucking cougars, it's gonna be a bear that rips your head off. But that's fine. No, I'm fine with this. I really enjoyed 3 and 4, and I liked playing it in co-op, and I'm more interested in the map editor because I remember playing what you could do with the map editor in Far Cry 2 was really flexible, really good. And you could also play other people's maps, right? And there was this assault course that somebody randomly made, and me and Marsh went all the way through, and it took us ages, but it was so much fun. And they took that away, and I don't know why, but now they brought it back, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that. It was one of those where you could like lower and higher the land really easily, wasn't it? You could just like highlight it and change the terrain, etc.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I made a
that.
Normandy Beach map.
Did you? Was it good?
No.
Was it a bit shit?
It was a bit shit.
Hey, we need more games set in America.
Oh, I get it. I get jokes.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that the news? Are we done?
That's the fucking news.
Is that the fucking news?
As they always say when they finish up BBC World Service. That's the fucking news, bitches.
There you go. That's exactly what they say. I've heard them. They say that all the time.
Yep.
Shall we do Speak Pipe first this week, or shall we go? Or shall we go into emails?
I think we should do. I like to save the Speak Pipes until the very end of the show.
Okay.
Whoa, that ruled.
Yes, our first emailer tonight is David. What's up now?
I've got a bit of an emergency.
Really? Why? Have you shit yourself?
No, I've rubbed my eye, and now I can't stop rubbing my eye.
You did.
I'm sorry, that's not funny. I shouldn't be cavalier about it.
Why did you rub your eye in the first place?
Because it felt so fucking good.
What have you done now? Have you stuck your finger in there? Have you?
No, it's like hay fever, isn't it? Hay fever.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Are you okay to carry on? Are you okay? Do we need to get like phone you an ambulance or something?
I've already found one. It's fine.
Okay, right. Well, in that case, we'll do the emails then.
Let's do the emails.
Yeah, the first email is entitled "Speak Pipes."
Okay.
Speak Pipes.
Speak Pipes, and it's from David Tripney.
Yeah, David.
And he says this: "Hi guys."
Hi.
Hi. Can we move the Speak Pipes to the start of the show from now on? There's a lot of shit to get through until we get to these. No offense. Thanks. Yours lovingly, David Tripney.
Well, that's it. We're not doing Speak Pipes tonight. This week.
We've taken your feedback, and we're gonna reject that feedback.
We had a debate. We had a debate about it first. We had discussion.
And
next,
we've decided that we're not gonna change the format of the show. I'm afraid. Sorry, David.
Oh, we would like to thank you for writing in. So
But what I would say is just fucking skip to the end. Just skip to the end if you don't like the bullshit.
Yeah, that's all you want to listen to.
You know what? I wish.
Make it note in the show notes where the Speak Pipes are, and then people can just fast forward to that.
I wish I could skip to the end when I fucking record the show, David, but I can't.
Yeah, really. We all make sacrifices here, dude.
True.
Next.
Yeah, I'm just getting there. Unfortunately, and I don't know why, but my pissy has gone on a freaking go slow.
Okay.
Oh, David Tripney.
I know, David Tripney.
Tripney has haunted your pizza. I will put a fucking virus on it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of like I click on something and then something happens about 10 seconds later.
Have you contracted a virus? No. Have you contracted 73,000 viruses? Yes.
So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I don't know whether you want to take over on the emails, Chinny, because I am really struggling.
That's okay. I can do that.
I'm really struggling.
Yes, so the next email we've got is from John Mouse.
That's it. That's right.
And he says, Chinny, you are the best. 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 I've recently found out John.
I've typed it 4 times in a row.
I don't know. John and I.
Is the best.
John and I are not only getting married at the same. He's getting married a week before I am.
Wow.
Not only that, he's actually getting married at the same place as I am.
No way.
So he came into a Skyrim stream and he talked about his marriage. He was meant to get married this year and he didn't. And he said, I'm getting married in, next year in August. And I was like, okay. I'm getting married next year. So, yeah, it's like, I'm getting married in your way, actually, Mike. I was like, all right. And then he mentioned where it was, which I won't say. And then I was like, I'm getting married there as well. So, and it turns out, like, he's married. He's getting married, 1 week before I am, in exactly the same place. So, that's pretty cool. I like that. And I've found out since we booked...
Tell him to leave the flowers and stuff.
Yeah. John, please leave the shit there because it costs so much. Just leave your wife there as well. It doesn't really bother me. Just, it's fine.
It doesn't bother me.
I'm sure John will, just it doesn't matter. But no, I've heard a lot of people are actually getting married where we are now. And as soon as we booked it, it was like, oh, yeah, someone got married there. So it's to me, that says that it's a good place to get married. But anyway, John actually said, I've just heard the Will.i.am Chin soundpipe episode. Play it again. It was catchy and hilarious. # bring back Will.
Yeah, that's very funny. Will's song.
I'll have to pull it up. Just you had to give me a minute.
Yeah, we want to hear his song again, baby.
I guess so. VG Speak Pipes. Will.i.am. There's 2 of them.
Yep.
Which one was it?
It was the second one.
Okay.
The 2 of 2.
2 of 2. Listen to it here. Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, this is Will.i.am. This is my new track. It's exclusive. It's untitled. It's copyright-free music. Don't worry about anything. All you gotta do is just hit play. This is a song for all the people that never believed in me. All those enemies who said I don't have any talent nor skill. Well, I want to show them and all the young hustlers out there. You can do anything if you fight hard enough. You just gotta try. Don't let the haters stop you. Let the love shine through. Flying like jam from a donut or banging hard like a donkey in the zoo. Frying pans, Weetabix, cornflakes and gravy. Bankers, tankers, lovers in the Navy. Fresher than Jesus, wiser than the Buddha. Ride that wave of mystery like a barracuda. Reach deep down between your legs. Grippy gear stick like a hen-laid egg. It's so hard it never stops. Milky, milky Cocoa Pops. This song goes up and down. This beat goes out and in. My meat is on your nose. My balls are on your chin. This song goes up and down. This beat goes out and in. My meat is on your nose. My balls are on your chin. Your chinny chin. Your chinny chin. Your chinny chin. Your chinny chin. This is Will.i.am. This song's gonna sell 1 billion copies. Zippity bow. See you later, guys.
Brilliant.
I think what really tips it in the net is the zippity bow.
Zippity bow. Yeah, zippity bow.
Zippity bow. We love Will. I'm sure we'll hear from him again. He isn't in this week, but I'm sure we'll hear from him again.
So anyway,
I've
your
got
emails.
the next one.
Yeah,
I'm on the next.
Okay.
I'm on the next one.
All right.
The next one is from Derek Sands, our very regular emailer.
Derek Sands.
Derek Sands, and he says
Derek
this,
Sands.
rhyme, reason, and replayability.
Ooh.
Hello again, veteran gamers.
Hello.
I'm thinking about
Just
buying
put something
Rhyme
in the bin by the sound of it, Duke.
my PS4.
Copying it to the desktop.
Oh, right.
Rhyme for my PS4. And with Fraser and Steve bigging up ukulele on the latest episode of Game Punchers podcast, it's clear that puzzle games have been evolving by merging with other game styles. Tetris may have been a classic puzzler, but it didn't allow much room for variation. From Tetris to Myst to Lemmings to Super Mario 64 to Banjo-Kazooie to Eco, it seems gamers like to solve puzzles regardless of which skin the game is wrapped in.
Yeah.
The hard part of a puzzle game, of course, is to make the game challenging, but not too challenging, but not easy that it feels like the developers deliberately dumbed it down. Not an easy task by any means.
Oh.
I know that the veteran gamers have a fondness for the 2 Portal games, and rightly so. But more recently, we have had puzzle adventure platformers in the shape of Fez, Tearaway Unfolded, Limbo, The Witness, The Last Guardian, Grow Home, and Inside. So, veteran gamers, other than the games I've already mentioned, can you recommend at least 3 puzzle games that I and your millions of listeners should at least give a try?
That's not true. We get billions.
Billions. Yeah. Constantly looking puzzled, Derek.
So the Talos Principle, I think, is the obvious go-to here. It's very well done. The thing that bugs me about Talos Principle, the reason I didn't finish it, I might at some point, but I don't know. There are some puzzles that depend on like 3 pixels worth of difference in terms of where you're pointing this reflecting mirror to send the beam this way or that way. And you have to be absolutely perfect. And you might think you have it set up right, and everything in terms of like where the different elements are and how you've set it up in general is perfect, but you didn't have it 1 pixel off, and then you're screwed. So that kind of thing. That was the other game in that vein is Shine, Schein on Steam, which is a great game in general, but it relies so much on this tiny little difference between 1 pixel and another, and I don't have time for that in my puzzle games.
There you go. Well, the ones I can think of straight off the top of my head is the Swapper.
Yeah, I mean, if that counts as a puzzle game, yeah, because that's
it does. You've got to work out how to.
Yeah, it is a puzzle game because you have to figure out how to replicate yourself in a way that. But it's not gimmicky like that Winterbottom game. I felt like that was kind of gimmicky, and it did the same thing with like you had to replicate yourself. But this game, the Swapper, does it so well, and it's a good story too.
Yeah, so there's a Swapper, and obviously the other one that he didn't mention, which should always be mentioned, is the Shadow of the Colossus.
The Shadows of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus, which is just these ginormous beasts, which are kind of the puzzles in themselves are just one giant puzzle.
That's true.
And each one's completely different to the last. So I really like that game. You didn't really get on with it too much, did you?
I had trouble with it when I played it, 15 years ago. I should try it again.
Yeah.
I played it as well, Stu.
I didn't know you'd played this.
Yeah.
I never knew you played this. Did you finish it?
I had like the thing with the fucking thing at the end, and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to feel emotion. Oh, no.
World of Goo is a good puzzle game.
Ah, yeah, World of Goo. That is a good puzzle game. God, I've forgotten all about World of Goo.
I played Shadow of the Colossus and Eco on the HD remaster.
On the PS 3.
Yeah.
No, I did not just do a Google search for best puzzle games, but I just remembered out of nowhere The Room and The Room 2.
Oh, of course, yes. Why not? Yeah, they are great puzzle games. God, there's so many good puzzle games.
I would say that.
Yeah, come on.
Super
Chini,
Hot.
what are you
Super
adding?
Hot. Super Hot.
Super Hot. Yeah, that's a puzzle game.
It's a great puzzle game. I'd also say, well, it's not really a puzzle game, but it kind of is. Defense Grid is a big favourite of mine. It's a tower defense game, but
What about Mark of the Ninja?
No,
not a puzzle game.
No, it's a stealth action 2D thing.
It is kind of though, because you got to work out how to get through the level.
Well, then every game is a puzzle. Fucking Skyrim's a puzzle game. Then, well, you
depends,
have those claws.
Depends how stupid you are. If you don't know how to work a controller, right? Every fucking game is a puzzle game.
Any book is a children's book.
It's a puzzle.
If you can't read English and you've got a QWERTY keyboard, then fuck me. What a big puzzle game you got ahead of you.
Machinarium.
Oh, that's a great game. I love that game.
Oh.
That's one of the few games that Millie and I have played together and finished.
What about Minesweeper? That's a good game.
It's a good game. It's not really.
No.
But yeah, but then you're getting into point and click territory, aren't you? Then
there's one called Flow that's pretty good. It's a.
What was that game that you played not long ago where you had the thing and that you had to get it through the levels?
Well, Mushroom 11.
Mushroom 11. There you go.
Yeah. That's a good puzzle. I mean, again, like puzzle game, whatever. It's a great game.
What about Peggle?
Ah, Peggle. I don't know whether that's strictly puzzle though, is it? Because it's a bit more random, isn't it? It's just you just gotta hope you hit the pegs in the right order.
I think that's stretching it to call it a puzzle
what about
game.
Trials?
Yeah.
Trials HD.
Oh, don't even go there. You know how much trouble I cause every time I call that a puzzle game. Right. Anyway, moving on. We have got one more email to read.
Go ahead. Read it.
And this one's from Finley, otherwise known as... Is it
what about
what?
Professor Layton?
Oh, yeah, I love Professor Layton. Oh, my God, there's too many good puzzle games. Whoa! What about what about the 999 games?
Oh, Christ.
Oh, Zero Escape, man. Zero Time Dilemma.
Christ.
Best freaking story-driven puzzle game ever made. Ah. Love that game. Anyway, yes, we have got... Is it Procrastinator Fabulous who's in the chat tonight? This is from Him, otherwise known as Finley, apparently. Finley, I like it. It's a good name. Good name. Anyway, he says this. What's up?
What's...
I got another quiz for you to get your thinking hats on and play that
Is
soundbite.
he the quiz master now?
I guess he is. I don't care. It's good fun. I like quizzes.
All right.
So, yeah, need a quiz, man.
It's time for the quiz. We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the quiz.
I think he only sends it in because he wants to hear that.
He does.
Yeah.
Just wants to read that jingle.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
What is the name of the 5-episode game that featured the two main characters, Max and Chloe?
Tomb Raider?
No. 5 episodes. It's got 5 episodes.
Was it a Telltale game?
No.
All the games have episodes.
I don't know. We've only talked about it tonight.
Oh wait, Left 4 Dead?
No.
That had a Chloe in it, didn't it?
No.
Zoe. At a Zoe.
Zoe, you're right. Okay.
Zoe.
And it's episodic, so shut up. That wasn't a stupid guess. You're dumb.
We talked about Left 4 Dead tonight. No.
I did. I talked about it with the Duchess earlier.
Well, I didn't hear that conversation, did I, you idiot?
Well, that's your fault. You should have been here.
Anyway, we're going to get this. Look, hint. He's got a hint.
Yes, hint. What does it start with?
He knew you were going to be shit.
Yeah.
So here's a hint. One character can rewind time.
Remember Me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ almighty.
Oh, I know what it is. It's Vanquish. Minecraft.
Right, I'll give you another
Life
clue.
is Strange.
Yay,
Rocket League 2.
Life is Strange. Life is
Rocket
Strange.
League 2, yay! Rocket League 2 is a great game.
Good God. Right, number 2. I hope we do better
Rocket
here.
League 2.
What game was about searching Dubai after a deadly sandstorm hit?
That's easy.
Life is Strange.
That's
Left 4 Dead.
Minecraft 2.
Special Ops: The Line. Rocket League 2.
Well done.
Hey.
Spec Operations.
It's an optometrist game. Inspect someone's specs.
Spec Operations: The Crazy Straw.
1-0 to Duke. In fact, it's 2-0 because he did say Life is Strange.
Oh yeah, but you know what? Chinny had Spec Ops.
I think I nailed it.
He never said it. He didn't say it.
I did say I know what this is first.
You did, but you know. Anyway, number 3.
All right.
One of the great.
I know what it is.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, you
One
win.
of the great. Shut up. One of the great games was Fallout 3.
I just said it, but really fast.
Fallout 4.
What was the name of the hilarious gang that you come across on the vault?
On the vault.
Was it the Greasers?
Are you talking about the Tunnel Snakes?
He is the top. Well done, Duke.
Oh yeah.
But you don't come across them on the vault. Nobody's on the vault. Everybody's in the vault.
In the vault. Whatever.
That question is disqualified for bad grammar.
Anyway, he said his answer is the tunnel snakes.
Snakes rule. Tunnel snakes rule.
Who is number 4? Who is the god of games? I don't even know what this refers to.
No sense.
Tunnel snakes rule. Is that the hoop god?
No idea.
No. Okay.
The answer
is that the answer he gave or not?
Lord Gabon. I don't even know what that's
no
from.
idea what that is.
Gaben. No, it's the guy. He runs Steam.
Oh, Gaben.
Yeah, Gaben.
Is that true? Oh, Lord Gaben. I see what he did.
When you said, "Is that true?" Did you actually think that Gabe Newell was a
Gabon.
god?
Yeah. Is he really? Yes, he's actually the god.
He is the god of games. He's the god of games. Number 5.
I know this one.
What piece of safety equipment, which he didn't have,
straw,
would easily protect Gordon Freeman from the head crabs?
A gun? A helmet?
Helmet.
A fucking helmet. Come on,
helmet with a gun in it?
That's not true.
I never know.
Nah, that's bollocks because in
Tunnel snakes rule.
In the movie Alien, they had a helmet.
Yeah, but freaking head crabs don't spit acid.
No, but like it broke through the helmet.
Aliens suck your face and plant eggs in your mouth.
The face hugger broke through the helmet not with acid but with force.
I guess.
You know.
Right. What I want to know is this. Right. If there was a for real zombie apocalypse, what's the first thing you'd do?
Buy guns?
No.
Steal guns?
No.
murder everybody and take their.
The first thing I do, right, is go to the nearest motorbike shop, get full motorbike levers and a helmet. Them zombies ain't chewing through no shitty leather like that with those shitty teeth of theirs, are they? Why is it, right? You watch a zombie movie or The Walking Dead and they're walking around in frigging t-shirts. What is that all about? Why would you do
Also, they're really hot because you're going to walk for 4 years around in this leather outfit. And
I would be very thin. That is true. But you know what I'm saying here.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying it's very easy to have an armchair quarterback attitude toward the zombie apocalypse. These people are idiots. I'd do great in the zombie apocalypse.
I would. I'd be there. With leathers on, helmet, gloves. I mean, those guys would not.
You certainly would be all set for a night out at the Leather Bar Club.
I would. As long as look, if you live in the UK, it's cold most of the time, so it'll all be good. It'll all be good, man. And that's it. That is all the emails for tonight. That is done.
Right. Well, thank you for those people. We appreciate you writing in.
There you
Especially if you give me a chance to play the Tunnel Snake song.
We're the Tunnel Snakes. That's us. And we rule. Tunnel Snakes rule.
Sometimes I think things were invented just to annoy me.
Yeah.
There you go. Right, we have got a speak pipe this week from one of our... Speak pipe! It's the way to leave a message for us.
Is it Zelda?
No.
Oh, man. I like a Zelda.
Link.
Stop
calling him Zelda, he'll get angry.
You don't appreciate me. Yeah.
Get angry if you keep calling him Zelda.
Zeke.
We also Zeke, so here's a message from Zeke. Let's have a listen, shall we?
Hey fellas, this is Zeke from Arkansas. Man, I couldn't be happier right now. The more I listen to the podcast, the more I realize me and Duke are seeing eye to eye on things in the world. Duke, brother, you must be pumped like me. Team Trump's on world tour, going around kicking ass, taking names. Did you see him shaking hands with that new French president, Mr. Macaroni? Man, that was something. Duke, I heard what y'all was saying about that French election. I gotta say, I 100% agree with you. Last thing that country needed was some backwards thinking leadership like you, man. I was really pleased to see the French people made the sensible choice and elected a man to drive that bus. And I got a message for you, Chinny. Chinny, y'all gone and opened up a whole big can of worms for me over here. I was listening to a podcast on my speakers. My cousin Mercy walks in my room. She goes, "Who's that sexy sounding Australian fella y'all talking to? You tell him he can pound my patty anytime he likes." I said, "Shut the hell up, you crazy heifer. Get on out of here." Anyway, man, she won't quit hollering at me. She says, "Anytime y'all come on over to Arkansas, you can squirt your mustard hub burger, if you know what I mean." I try to tell her you're already spoken for. Truth be told, she got a man too. But like my granny always said, a ring don't plug a hole. Anyway, fellas, that's this week. I'll catch y'all later.
All right.
Looks like I'm going to go to Arkansas.
Are you off to Arkansas now?
Yeah.
Strangely enough, this is the episode of the Veteran Gamers that's going to be going into the Smithsonian podcast archive. So, they're going to be happy to have that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love Zeke. He is. Zeke. Yeah. He says what he thinks, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what else he can
other
say.
things.
Exactly. Well, you can't plug a hole with a ring, apparently.
Anyone that calls their own sister a heifer is good in my book.
There's a challenge for the rest of y'all. What did your grandmother say? What
was her favourite whimsical saying?
Yeah.
I have no clue. I can't remember anything my grandma...
He was always just very nice and gave us cake. She didn't talk a lot. But I remember one time I was watching with my other grandmother. My brother and I were at her place, and we were watching some music awards show, and Tina Turner came on, and my grandmother said, "My God, she looked like she cut her hair with a lawnmower." And we thought that was the funniest thing ever. So.
Yeah, grandmothers are funny, but one of my grandmas was horrible, like a really horrible woman, and she used to stand and spit into the fire.
Oh my goodness!
Great big green globby spit.
What a woman!
Horrible woman. I used to hate going there. It's like, don't make me go there. She's horrible. She's a witch.
Help us.
Help us.
There's George Carlin talking about, that reminds me of something my grandfather used to say. He used to say, I'm going to go upstairs and fuck your grandmother.
Yeah, I definitely do say that.
I don't know any of my grandparents, so that's that.
All right.
Yeah. Oh.
No, it's not ours. Like I think one of my nan and grand. Yeah, my granddad had my dad when he was 60.
Oof.
So first of all, what a fucking player, my man.
Good God. How old was his mum?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, 21.
Yeah, she was some young girl he'd come across.
My dad's mom, my nan, she died when my dad was 16, so she couldn't have been young, but I don't know. And then I only had one nan who was alive when I was alive, but she died when I was very, very, very young. So
yeah,
I don't know. I have an auntie Norma, who says funny things. She says things that are slightly inappropriate. Like the funniest thing I ever heard her say was, me and Tara was in the living room, and I think it might have been like Jimmy or wherever, and she was singing this song to Jimmy, right? And she said, "I like coffee, I like tea, I like sitting on a black man's knee." And she said that, and I had no idea what to say to that. Nothing. I had no response. And me and Tara just looked at each other and burst out laughing. That was just the funniest thing.
Brilliant. Oh my God.
You know, it just I don't
it's not
know.
hateful, but it's on the border of like.
I have no
yeah.
Oh man. Oh bless her. She has no idea why I was laughing as well. She's like, "What are you laughing at?" Like,
no, because it's probably something that she was told as a kid over and over and didn't think anything of it.
But at some point, you'd think you would like stop and go, you know what?
People don't know, do they? People don't.
Oh man.
Kay's mum and dad, bless them, they're always coming out with stuff like that. But
you know, don't get me wrong. She's
it is what it is.
She's not a racist or anything.
They're 80. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but my auntie Norma, she's not a racist or anything. But she just sings that song. I don't know.
It's her song. It's a song.
She loves Tara. She thinks Tara's awesome. And I don't think she's noticed that she's black yet. That's anything. So
yeah, people come out with stuff all the time. By the way, I mean, when I was saying about Kay's mum and dad, not necessarily racist things, just random stuff. You know, old people just
my other auntie.
Random stuff.
Because my auntie Norma's awesome. She's lovely. My other auntie's Doreen. She's crazy. She's insane. Not medically, but she's getting there. And my uncle Ray used to put random cassette tapes on her wall, and she thought it was the police. Anyway, she
Uncle used to troll your aunt.
Yeah, my Uncle Ray's awesome. But anyway, to cut a long story short, she sort of found out she met Tara's mom through a random occurrence, right? And I went round there because I had to pick something up, and she said to me, "I never knew you went out with a coloured girl." And I went, "Do I?" Oh my God! And she went, "What? You didn't know?" I was like, "No." Like she's just a bit strange.
Oh my God!
But there you go. That's just
there you go.
Old people.
Old people.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, we will get there. They come out with random stuff.
You're gonna get there first, though, aren't you?
Maybe. Well, yes, I'm the oldest here, so I guess I will.
You're
be
gonna get there first.
Though, man,
I will be the one
old
making inappropriate comments about stuff.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
30 Rock. No, I did a real age test online. I'm dead.
There you go.
You already say inappropriate. You say that the Bayonetta 2 is good. So
Bayonetta 2 is the best game ever made.
Don't let kids hear you say that, man. Come
any
on.
game where a woman has guns for shoes is fucking great.
Yeah, that's why you like it, because she has guns for shoes.
She does have guns for shoes. I'm telling you. Even my wife remembered about the shoe guns. She was like,
"Isn't that fucking dumb?"
Rolling her eyes. Oh Christ! Is this that dumb shoe gun?
See? That's how memorable it is. Someone who doesn't even like games remembered about it.
It's memorable.
Isn't always a good thing.
Yeah.
Stalin memorable. Nobody forgets Stalin.
It's a good thing because it's good.
Teletubbies is memorable. It doesn't mean you discuss the intricate plot points of Tinky Winky.
Anyway, that all being said, we do need to do some shout outs and get the hell out.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Tinky Winky.
Shout outs.
Tinky Winky.
So, who's going first? I'll go first. Because guess what, people? Guess what?
What?
We have got an iTunes review.
Holy
oh my God!
Shit. Was this the iTunes review that we missed?
Don't know.
Yo, you want some iTunes reviews? You got the.
I don't know. I mean, but it's by Andrew Kill, and it hits our 200 ratings on iTunes.
Yeah, now we're gonna see the money start rolling in.
Yeah,
200 ratings, people. Anyway, he says this. Yeah, best 3-star podcast, 5 stars.
What?
Okay.
Best 3-star podcast, 5 stars. I mean, maybe he's referring to us, the 3 stars of the show. Obviously, that's what it means. The best 3 stars podcast, 5 stars. I think. I don't know. Anyway, and this is what he says for his actual review. More soundboards. There you go. That's it.
Awesome.
Is that actually the whole review?
That's his whole review. More soundboards.
Yeah.
Don't make me break my foot off in your ass.
Look at that. 5 stars, people.
Hello.
So there you go. Thank you very much.
My wife.
Like
Very
anybody
much.
fucking
Oh,
gives
my
your ear.
Jesus Christ Almighty, my ears are hurting.
No, I said, I am your father. Put it back on.
All right, that's it.
Good God.
Jesus.
Hey, I can tell people what they want. All right.
I guess. Right. Anyway, thank you very much for doing that because that was just brilliant. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the review. Thanks for everybody who listens. Thank you for the people in the chat tonight who've listened live.
Yeah. Thanks for keeping me.
Yeah. Thanks to Zeke. He's definitely keeping it real. Thanks to Will I Am, who's not been on this week, and obviously Link, not Zelda, because he gets angry when you keep calling him Zelda. I'm telling you. When they come in, and obviously everybody who interacts with the show, sends us emails, sends us speak pipes, does all that shit. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. There you go. And that's it from me. So over to you, Chinny.
Well, I'd like to shout out James Fisher for continuing to say good things about the show. He messaged me again. That's about it, really. Stu for playing games with me. I thought it was fun.
Yay! We'll definitely do it this week.
And
we'll try and
Duke
make it up.
for streaming.
The first time in like 2 years.
It shocked me. The way I find out is I go on to Restream, which is the service that I use to stream multiple things to multiple services, and the title was different on the Twitch thing, and I was like, "What?" And it was Vanquish, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't play Vanquish." And then 3 hours later, I go, "Well, somebody else must have streamed." And then another 3 hours pass, and I go, "It might have been Duke or Stu." And then 3 hours pass again, and I go, "It was Duke."
Yeah.
And then by this time, it's Sunday. So, no, thank you. Yeah, and we're going to continue to bring more stuff on the YouTube channel and stuff. And
Well, we've got that other game to play as well, haven't we? That we've not played yet.
Yeah, there's a few things. There's loads of games. And if you've got recommendations on what you want us to play, send them in.
But it's going to be Tori Bash. We've got to play that. At
Tori
some point.
Bash. I think Gang Beasts is going to be another one that we're going to try.
Yeah.
And I definitely want to do Portal 2 co-op with Duke, Broforce with all three of us, and maybe the next Guardian, the Lara Croft game with us three and one person if we can get the timings right. So, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Right, over to you, Duke.
Yeah, I would like to shout out everybody listening and what the here, do it with this. Sorry, I'm trying to load up Twitter.
What the hell? What are you doing?
Twitter's taking too long.
Twittered it.
Twittered it. Step J, was hollering at some things that I did. Chopper Kelly, always good for a laugh. Right, Richard Natras, he gave some respect to Homer Simpson got inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And I agree. It's about time Home Run Homer got the recognition he deserves. So good job, dude. And David Tripney thought of me when he saw the official PlayStation article about Robin Miller and missed an abduction. And so, yeah, cheers, dude. And I will also shout out Richard Webster because he's always good for a chat. And he's working on Hunting in Skyrim on the special edition, even though he said he wasn't going to do that. Liar!
There you go.
And as always, Ziryug sent us some cool bacon pancake remixes. So it's time we take another listen to one of those. Right?
Right.
Right. Here we go.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! I like that. It's good.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
And that's it. We're done, people. Thanks for listening.
We're done.
Thank you very much, love.
Well, sorry, I gotta thank someone else. My bad. I totally forgot.
What are you
I'm
doing?
sorry.
You can't just do that in the middle of the outro. What's your problem?
I need to thank Elevated Level. I don't think I've ever done a shout out for Elevated Level yet, but I need to do it because that person uploaded the Tunnel Snakes song.
We're the Tunnel Snakes. That's us. And we rule. Tunnel Snakes rule.
And now back to your regularly scheduled outro song.
Saw the television set, we're gonna do something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV, turn on slow good to me.
Another show done and buried.
That's it, people.
Put the
show
chickens in their PJs. It's bedtime.
Put a bam.
Wait, I got the sound clip ready to go, and I didn't play it. Damn it! Here we go.
Zip-it-about.
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 I tell you what, Will I Am he's such a guy. I tell you.
Oh yeah.
Will I Am. Zip-it-about. There you go. What else can you say about the Will? The Will I Am.
What else can I say? Top billing. That's what we get. Got
Top
it.
billing when you get willing. There you go.
Ready to have fun. You'll reason with the record goes made by Run. It's deaf, you was left in a total stunt. So bust the move while I prove who's number one.
Oh, Run DMC.
That's it. Well, that's another
Well,
show.
that's another one in the bag. Well done, everyone. GS.
Yes, GS indeed.
Baron says thanks to the stream, guys. Great job as always. Thank you, Baron.
We try our best. We do try our best.
We don't try our best. I don't try my best. Yes.
You don't try your best. You just turn up and hope something happens. I don't know.
That's right.
See, the person said, procrastinator fabulous, said, I didn't see this at the time, but talking about talking about scary movie reference. I don't know if he realizes, or she, that was a reference to a Budweiser commercial originally.
Correct.
So the movie was parody.
Yeah, Wazza!
Because that's the thing, is that like when my students, we talk about the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, that title is a reference to a book by Carter G. Woodson called The Miseducation of the Negro. But now I don't even know if students know Lauryn Hill. So there was a news article that said The Miseducation of Betsy DeVos, who's our new education secretary here. And the article said, with apologies to Lauryn Hill. And I wrote, with apologies to Carter G. Woodson, you mean? And so, whatever. I just realized that some people don't have the antecedents. So I'm just trying to help out and let people know what things are.
Duke uses big words.
He does.
Yeah, I surely do.
I love that book on improving your vocabulary. It was really good.
Forbearance is the watchword, Marjorie. That triumvirate of Twinkies merely overwhelmed my resolve. What are you talking about, Homer?
Simpsons.
I tell you.
I'm ending it with Simpsons. I just stopped recording.
Sweet.
Did you stop it? Have we stopped now? Is that it?
I'm going to end the stream. Say goodbye to everyone.
By the way,
I'm going to end the stream.
You can end the stream. You don't have to listen to this.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye, everybody.